your hands and say, boomerang, 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 boomerang. We intercept the waster. We waste the waster. We oppose opposition. In the name of Jesus, we resist the resistor. Thank you, Lord. As you live here, I declare you will not be wasted. Let the waster be wasted. Let every opposition be opposed. Let every resistance break. Live here with the upper hand. Have dominion. And now we send the blood of Jesus to your father's house, to your mother's house, to your background. Anything that lifts up his head against you, in the name of Jesus, we ground it in the blood of Jesus. We ground it in the name of Jesus. Above all, any condition, pattern and cycles that are contrary to the will of God, to the word of God, to the plan of God for your life, today on the grounds of the blood of Jesus, we intercept it. Put your hands and say, interception, interception, intercept, interception, interception, interception. We intercept, intercept, intercept contradiction. We intercept contradiction. We command you in the name of Jesus as more than a conqueror. Tell somebody, I declare that you are more than a conqueror. Tell two people, I declare that you are more than a conqueror.
Tanumo onunchoni ha o dama chiechele wekun wani anuchumo osole moji ake ubawo nani aya baba shushu. Amen.
Yeah, that's what I believe. See his sunshine is all around us, and there are beautiful clouds where you are. That's how I know that these worries will not last. I can see you've been crying and staying wide awake, asking yourself why the journey is so tough. They say tough times never last, only tough people do. So don't stop believing, I know it's gonna be better. Say la, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 ba-dum. Can't be loved by everybody, it's impossible, you know. And trust me, it's okay, so let the toxic people go. Your peace within is more priceless than a pearl. You got to be happy, cause life's just way too short. Don't stress the little things, they will only waste your time. Just take it easy, easy like a nursery rhyme. And I'm singing, I know it's gonna be okay. So I wanna see you smile today. Hey, you just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on and enjoy every single day. I'm sure you've had some happy days before. So what makes you think you can't have more? Keep on fighting and you'll see. You will soon see rainbows. Hey, come on! La 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 la, la 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 la, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la
Good morning, followers of the Ghana National Fire Service page. This is Edio Wun Alex Kenati coming to you live from the motorway where a tipper truck and a fuel tanker have been involved in a head-on collision. As it stands now, our men are trying to do the extrication of the one bent body in this the head, which is believed to be the head of the tipper truck, which has fallen off. Unfortunately, the driver is bent beyond recognition. So this is the scene at the Tema motorway, as our officers have been able to make sure that the tanker is extinguished without any further damage. So as it stands now, this is the bent tanker, which our officers worked so hard to make sure that the situation is put under control. For now, it's been speculated that a lady might have been in this car in the bend, but for now we can't tell until we're able to fully figure it out. But this is the head of the tipper truck, and the driver, a man we suspect is the driver of the tipper, has been bent beyond recognition. Unfortunately, unfortunately, we can't find the driver in the meat of the fuel tanker. But as it stands now, officers have been able to fully extinguish the fire from the tanker and have done the necessary cooling to avoid any further occurrence as it may be. So we are still here making sure that the bent or the charred body is retrieved and handed over to the police. So a body bag has been brought in, and as our officers are with their cutting tools to cut and be able to get the person out of the head of the truck. This has been Edio Wun Alex Kenati. More updates soon. Good morning, followers of the Ghana National Fire Service page. This is Edio Wun Alex Kenati coming to you live from the motorway where a tipper truck and a fuel tanker have been involved in a head-on collision. As it stands now, our men are trying to do the extrication of the one bent body in this the head, which is believed to be the head of the tipper truck, which has fallen off. Unfortunately, the driver is bent beyond recognition. So this is the scene at the Tema motorway, as our officers have been able to make sure that the tanker is extinguished without any further damage. So as it stands now, this is the bent tanker, which our officers worked so hard to make sure that the situation is put under control. For now, it's been speculated that a lady might have been in this car in the bend, but for now we can't tell until we're able to fully figure it out. But this is the head of the tipper truck, and the driver, a man we suspect is the driver of the tipper, has been bent beyond recognition. Unfortunately, unfortunately, we can't find the driver in the meat of the fuel tanker. But as it stands now, officers have been able to fully extinguish the fire from the tanker and have done the necessary cooling to avoid any further occurrence as it may be. So we are still here making sure that the bent or the charred body is retrieved and handed over to the police. So a body bag has been brought in, and as our officers are with their cutting tools to cut and be able to get the person out of the head of the truck. This has been Edio Wun Alex Kenati. More updates soon. Good morning, followers of the Ghana National Fire Service page. This is Edio Wun Alex Kenati.
Aha, mwaka half of bear. Papa. Because of common sanitation. Malam Jashi designer from this side is over from top is over. I had the final receiver. I'll bet you soon now I ran it through this. Ghana no assembly here. Yem pesi ebe do su kwa assembly ni akọ head enti assembly here. Shadeo. These big 3 tunnels in construction the exit reach say enso free top free hani ha ni nyina begua na to ne bo awura miensa we mu kakra aka de pie street ne ho e be kire de enti flooding ne da so koso on sa tokro we minim for sure but everything 1.2 mm 1.2 mm covered just a super ye. I'm not speaking from a layman's perspective, mere construction here, civil engineer by practice. So I'm speaking to you as a technical person. Enti we no so ye papa and so ni na begua na around it through say na copy anymore. Now because of our behavior, our thinking and mentality no. Adeo chippings in Zuni. I hear grand mama. We so your chippings. Chippings na ye kwan na anyhow no. Ni nyina wash egu gates nim eba be wi wa ha. So tonight we are delving into the issue of sanitation, unraveling the mystery and getting deeper into the root cause, so that if indeed we are not excited about flooding and showing videos and all of that, then we must begin to come to the conversation table with one voice and one Ghana. If not, flooding will continue to be a trend. And I'm not a prophet of doom, but every year comes say we are there Ghana be flooded. The 3 big tunnels now mature from the other end no. Bro, you see the scenario I give you no. I'm not here to do content. I'm not a content creator. I'm not a blogger. I am somebody who is deliberately telling you the root cause of all the problems. It is our 3 big tunnels now mature. I had a baby. You see, I was a family na and I ain't me from because I had a sea. In the Malam Junction conversation and flooding, no me say. Suban Bonnie and this situation ban into the whole basement. Previously, so toy and a hanging out flat here. The form. Chunidonas best 1 minute be not at the channel. So basically, you cannot tell me you don't care. Look at that huge traffic, very huge one. Now, often say from first light, ever in a huge traffic because of what? Sanitation. Samson, baby, I'm doing a young fee our Shibani La Paz, Ebano, almost all traffic, and the Dimo Econo. Into the conversation about sanitation is not something anybody in this country can say he or she doesn't care. Because whether you care or not, flooding can contribute to road distraction, it can contribute to traffic. Sorry, what do you feel about best at 9? About 7:12, share traffic, no? Sanitation. That's it. That's it, Nana. Amen. That's it. Amen. Wow.
Original so mbaka animo.
Hey, cool.
Accra to Kumasi kwan so Taifa Junction here. Cars we in engine ho because omunti me fa hake to e. Omo ye gata e kwan no manti me hu nyansa anya gata na nto ba bia he. Hwe. Ho yina na achoki no. Nti ene de wo be Kumasi ampa cho pe plinsika ne pe blintike sika na ka bia anko na ka bia ma. Achimo free achimo Taiba na muhu no. Na no ho aho so no free ofanko baria. Na police for ni asoja for ni nkrofo yineje passengers ni na na asisi omuje gina kwan ho no free akose
at the flood, see the speed at which it's moving. The current is crazy, and this is something I mentioned last week on radio, that Accra is not just flooding, but the currents are increasing, and this is a typical current that if a child falls in, trust me, it can take the child away. And so one of the risks we are facing in Accra right now is not just flooding, but increasing currents of the flood waters. And it's something which is crazy and something we really need to pay attention to.
Aha, mwaka half of bear. Papa. because of common sanitation. Malam Jashi designer from this side is over Vibre, from top is over Vibre. I had the final receiver. I'll bet you soon na I ran it through this. Ghana no assembly here. Yem pese about those who call assembly nyako head the assembly here. Shadeo, this big 3 tunnels in construction, the exit.
Good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My name is Awudu Moro. It is always a pleasure to come your way. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. This is a day the Lord has made indeed. I want to glad in it. I want to say big thanks to the Almighty God for making it possible for us to return here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in Nigeria, country Ghana. Indeed, it is a rare privilege, and we're grateful for returning here one more time. But I also want to say it's started drizzling. Looks like the rains are going to come down heavily today as well. So be careful out there. If you're going out, please make sure you grab your umbrella or you grab your raincoat. And always remember that if it's raining heavily where you are, just look for a place. Or if it's flooding, just look for a higher ground and mount it, and so that you can keep yourself safe. We need each and every one of you alive. Ghana needs all of you. The biggest human resource that every country has is the people, the human beings. So please, this is the time. We're in that season. So be careful when you're coming out of your house this morning. It appears that the rains are going to come down heavily as well. At least the Metro people are telling us there's a 60% chance that it's going to rain heavily. So be careful out there. So let me now proceed to look at what the papers are reporting this morning. And I'll start as usual with a daily graphic as per tradition, or as tradition demands. So the daily graphic this morning says Century Refinery processes Jubilee crude oil, and as President Mahama secures 1,840 agric equipment packed with Belarus. And then there's Omni Basic Bank partners to monetize school plastic waste. And then there's also GRA engages business community over ITA's rollout. That's with the daily graphic for today. Let me look at the daily searchlight. The daily searchlight. It says that a military defy court order in a case where a soldier shot a civil engineer. Mahama to minister, stop taking shallow award. That's according to the president. And then there's also Victory Bible Church International celebrates 41 years of impact. There's ECG announces 8-hour planned power outage across parts of Accra East for maintenance works. And there's CAS. Crisis deepens as health workers protest CEO suspension. Patients left stranded as suspended CEO urge workers to return to work. That's in today's daily searchlight. Okay. Now, if you look at the Daily Post for today, as Ghana's economy hits $114 billion, President Mahama tells Belarus investors the country is open for business. And there's also Housing Minister announces crackdown on illegal structures in flood-prone areas. NPA commemorates World LPG Day 2026, commits to expand access and to improve safety. And then there's presidency hints at ministerial reshuffle based on performance after award backlash. The Ghanaian Times says the 70-year-old Osu death trap demolished, 15 more to go. Well, finally, I've talked about this several times because I used to work in a company which was close by, and I was wondering why the building was still there. You know, it looked quite clearly like a death trap, and I was wondering, authorities just looked on sheepishly and did nothing about it. Finally, it looks like common sense has reigned, and we've brought it down. Historic shift. Ghana processes Jubilee oil locally as Century receives first consignment. President Mahama explores Belarus agro-industrial hub. Prank calls, fake flood, videos disrupting rescue efforts, according to GARCC. Daily Guide says that Abronye DC surrenders passport, denied bail variation, as KGL pays NLA 173 million cedis, outpaces 29 other operators combined. Mahama bars ministers, CEOs from private awards, suspended CAT CEO Beck striking doctors to resume work, military officer caged over murder. The Insight, Mahama drops cryptic message at last. Which ministers will fall? Comes with a question mark, according to today's Insight newspaper. No foreign military bases on Ghanaian soil. Signed a petition of SNGM Youth League now. Sacred Crown Awards launched to celebrate African heritage, spirituality and wellness. Fourth Estate comes under attack as NLA documents reveal 29 companies paid 44.9 million to lotteries against KGL's 173 million cedis for 2025 financial year. And there's fake notice on African deportations in Cambodia dismissed by authorities. 14-year battle over end of service benefits. That's here, front page Insight. And then you have the New Republic. Here I want to say good morning to you, David Tamaklu. How are you? Long time. The fall of a fintech empire comes to this as part one. ZPay collapses in Barbados, exposes a web of debt lawsuits and state probes. Haruna cracks down on GTech, direct mafia ring to reverse Galamsey appointment in colleges of education. And there's 4.6%. City Slide analyst predicts tougher months for stability. NPA targets 50% LPG by 2030. The church can wait. Prophet Wedi Nyamiche breaks silence on U.S. exile, denies Yoko probe. I need to spend time with my kids. They are the most important thing for me now. It's good he's broken the silence on this, because there's all kinds of things in the public domain. The Economy Times this morning is reporting that Ghana raises 2026 growth outlooks to 6% as economic recovery gains momentum. BOG maintains firm grip on liquidity as Treasury bill auction exceeds targets. Economy Times. myjoyonline.com says judge here before the floods. Awards organizers respond to Linda Oklu backlash. Yesterday we called Eugene McQuay. That's his name, isn't it? Yeah. And he said he wasn't ready to talk. Well, at the time, I'm sure that he wasn't sure whether it was a good idea to talk. But finally, I'm told that later in the day, he began granting interviews. So perhaps we'll try and get him on the show today because we have questions for him too. And then there's we judged performance, not public anger. Big event, Ghana's Prince Marquet, not using Prince Marquet, apologies for that, Olinda Oklu Award. Let's see the areas that will be affected by ECG's planned maintenance on Tuesday, June 9. Also building demolished after structural failure raised safety concerns. That's with Major Online. City Newsroom says Mahama to assess ministers ahead of possible reshuffle. CD weakens further, second quarter, FX demand pressure mounts, and there's DBG at 5. CEO targets agribusiness growth with $600 million investment in the pipeline. And then you have Ghana Web this morning. It says that the 5 lies SA International Relations Minister has accused of black ops spreading. Really? President Mahama must demand quarterly KPI reports from all institutions. There's Ghana Ministers for State Excellence Awards based on merits, not money. Secretariat clarifies. Okay, there's apparently a statement which was issued. It was based on that Prince Marquet granted those interviews. Okay, All right, let me end with the BBC. It says Trump tells BBC Netanyahu did not defy him. Iran and Israel say they will pause strikes but warn of retaliation if ceasefire breached again. Well, and the Israel and Iran flare up could strengthen Tehran's negotiating hand. West Ham co-owner accused of preying on women for sex. Can you imagine? This guy. 300 migrants bound for UK kidnapped and threatened with kidney removal. There's Trump booed in New York as he becomes first US president to attend NBA finals. It actually happened at the Times Square. Yeah, it was such a scene, isn't it? Almost everybody there was booing the US president. What does it say? What does it mean? Anyway, midterm elections are around the corner. We'll see how that pans out. Anyway, so that's it for the newspaper and the online portal review. Please stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. One of my guests is already here. I can tell you who the person is. It's the former parliamentary candidate for the Dom-Kwabenya constituency, the former Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Free Zones Authority. Did some fantastic stuff there. He's joined us, a very good friend of mine. We go way back, as far back as in 2006. At the time, he was lawyer for an event organization that struggled to bring down, remember Sean Kingston? Yes, Sean Kingston was supposed to perform in Ghana. Unfortunately, he couldn't come for one reason or the other. He had issues with his mom. And the lawyer for the organizing, the event organizing company was at the time, Mr. Mike Okwei Jr. He was on my show at the time. I was hosting an entertainment show. He came, I granted him an interview. I still remember. Yes, I recall. As if it was just yesterday. That's his Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television.
Tanumo, Onunchoni Hao, Dama, Chiechele, Wekung, Marianutumo, Osolimo Jiake. Ubao nani aya baba shushu. Amen.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy. Specifically designed for low and medium income earners, our range of customizable homes includes 2- and 3-bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Oh, good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Grab your bottle and unleash the taste of Storm Energy Drink. A bold flavor, a big attitude. Feel the vibe, own the moment. It's your time to be different. Storm Energy Drink, make your mark.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
It's me, Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you don't look fresh. Oh.
Hey.
When your label today,
wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces, and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
Looking for comfort, convenience, and class all in one place? Welcome to Stay Easy Apartments on Conference Center, where modern living meets exceptional service. Whether you're staying for business or leisure, Stay Easy offers you a home away from home. Spacious and well-furnished apartments, pool, gym, and everything you need to relax and feel at ease. Planning a meeting, workshop, or special event? Our event ground and state-of-the-art conference center is designed to host your events and bring your vision to life. From corporate gatherings to private functions, we provide the perfect space, supported by modern equipment and a professional team ready to assist you. At Stay Easy, your comfort and success are our priority. Book your stay or reserve your space today. Call us at 020-739-1473 or 0244-226367. Stay Easy Apartments and Conference Center. Stay easy with us.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so by, a man is swing, Nesansu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Audu Moro. As I did indicate, one of my guests is here, Mr. Mike Okoye Jr. He, at some point, contested a Dom Kwabena seat. He wanted to become the MP. Unfortunately, the constituents thought it wasn't his time. But he tells me that he would give it another shot. Perhaps their minds will change. So we'll see how that goes. Also, he once headed the Ghana Free Zones Authority. He's with us. He's also a lawyer. Very important. He's a lawyer, private legal practitioner. Mike, good morning. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Good morning and a very good day to your viewers and listeners.
Yes, it's always a pleasure to have you join us. There was something you said in your last the other time you came here, and it trended. Must have forgotten what exactly.
Was that to do with the screening, or was that to do with the fact that people don't call Dr. a liar?
Yes. It trended.
Which one?
People don't call Dr. Mahmoud Bami a liar anymore.
Because they've gotten to know him more and better, and realized that a lot of the things, like many other things, where you can see now when they say a few moments later, are not panning out to be the truth.
Right.
But of course, at that time, when you are the villain, every stone that is thrown hits you because you're a villain.
Yeah.
So there's nothing much to say or to defend yourself.
Right.
But with time, people are beginning to appreciate him and to see that the man is a technocrat. He's not really too much of a politician per se.
Right.
He reminds me of Atta Mills to an extent. And his vision for Ghana is to move Ghana from the level that it is to the next level with ideas, with possibilities. And I think that this is very clear in the way that even recently, when we saw the Kath situation that has sprung up in the Ashanti region, the common theory among most of the patients who had come there is that they are no more getting their supplies being sent to them. And they have to come to Kath.
Right.
And what was sending the supplies to them? The drones, for example. So these are little things that people are beginning to feel the effects of the man's vision for Ghana.
Okay. Yesterday, must have been yesterday or 2 days ago, I saw a video of them. I think that there was some report which had been put together by a team, some MPs. I don't know whether you're aware of this. And the report was actually presented to him in his office about the situation with the cocoa. And we're told that he is actually planning to come up with some kind of a policy on cocoa and cocoa pricing and so on for the cocoa sector. I don't know whether you have some more information on that. Otherwise, we'll just move to...
Oh, yes, I do. When the cocoa crisis arose earlier this year, Dr. Baumia put together a team to do some research for him as to the exact state and plight. So the state of cocoa affairs and the plight of the farmers. And so the report has been given to him, and he's now giving it to a special agric team to work on solutions, because we don't want to just look at the problem. We have to look at the problem and we have to look at the solutions. But for me, I always want to reiterate that it is important that when you make a mistake, instead of trying to blame others, you take responsibility. Because this is a very simple case of the NDC making a few fundamental mistakes when it came to the agric and cocoa. And what is the first mistake that they made? The first mistake that they made was to try and keep some of the cocoa beans instead of doing everything with forward sales. And we're looking at about 80% forward sales, but 20% was kept back. Why did they do that? And the reason they did that was simple. Cocoa, we know FOB price, we're looking at about maybe 3,000 metric tons on average. Luckily, between that period of March to September, it had risen all the way up to 10,000. And even on a particular day, it went all the way to 13,000. $13,000
right.
FOB price. So I think that there was the miscalculation that if we hang on to the beans a bit longer, maybe we can get a better price. Instead of hedging it at maybe around 8 or 9,000,
right.
so that you forward sale everything and then you'll be able to pay the farmers what you have promised them.
Okay.
You didn't do that.
Right.
And now, when the thing went wrong, you start trying to blame others. Who was in government to decide on those forward sales? You were. The second thing, which is very, very worrying, is what we call the early pricing.
Right.
Why is that also a problem? The early pricing is a problem because usually the prices for cocoa are announced in October.
Okay.
But are you aware that this time it was done in August? And why was it done in August? Because in March, the same NDC government, who instead of doing, they like to talk, talkative, went and told everybody in the world, all the cocoa LBC buyers, and all the rest of the cocoa world, that they are going to increase prices in October.
Okay.
Now, my brother, if you were a farmer, or if you were an LBC, okay, what would you do?
Right.
You hoard the cocoa. And once you hoard the cocoa, you see that now the cocoa beans are not coming for Cocoa Board to be able to even get the cocoa marketing company to be able to trade the cocoa for them. So now there was a problem. Okay. Why were the people also hoarding it?
Okay.
Because they know that Ghana's cocoa, again, in that same announcement, we told everyone that we're going to get about 600 and something metric tons of cocoa. Ivory Coast was doing about 1.8 million, and they were also going to go higher. So if Ivory Coast is going to go higher, we are going to go higher. There's going to be a glut in the market.
Okay.
And if there's going to be a glut, the prices will come down because we know demand and supply.
Okay.
So in the era of demand and supply and the potential glut, people were holding their cocoa. Then you know what NDC government did? In August, they announced the price instead of October, trying to beat the system. And that is when everything crashed.
Okay.
And the farmers' price that was announced at 3,600 instead of the fake 6,000 that they were promised. When Nana Akufo-Addo was giving them 3,100 realistically, they moved it to 3,600. That is fine and reasonable. But then, because of all these mistakes, they had to reduce the price from 3,600 to 2,500. Now, when you do this to the farmer, what confidence should they have in you? They won't have any confidence in you because it is your decisions that you have made that led to this. And you know the worst part of all of this? Are you aware that the senior and seasoned cocoa marketers and those who are directors and understand the cocoa trading, they were all fired from Accra and sent into the regions?
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
Okay.
So now even the personnel to make the big time decisions, Adrinkesiya decisions, because of small time politics with small mind, you put the Adrinkesiya people away and then you brought Adrinkitikiti people in there and then look at the problems that we're having.
And you know this for a fact?
It is a fact. And in fact, if you remember, some of them spoke on media. They said after that, when the crisis started, they tried to bring them back to head office and they refused to come. You didn't hear some of them on interview? Yes. But why do we have to do that? You come into office, you're supposed to create employment. Rather, you sack people and put people there in employment. You come, you're supposed to look at all the speculation and the trading for the cocoa industry that is to the benefit of Ghana. Instead, you look at everybody with political lenses, sack those people, you get your early pricing wrong, you get your forward sales wrong, and then you try to blame a third party when you, the same people, all that had been done before for you, you had no complaints about. In fact, you went on to brag about how you're going to make even more cocoa sales the following season. Right or wrong? So these are some of the things that when you look at, Dr. Bawumia feels the pain of the cocoa farmers, because this has never happened to cocoa farmers before. And what Dr. Bawumia is saying is simple. He says, look, I recognize you are the backbone of the Ghanaian economy.
Okay.
You are the people who matter. Because without your effort, without your plantations, Ghana would not even have the commodity to trade as a cash crop.
Okay.
So we need to support you. The way we can support you is one, look into it further to make sure that whatever happened to you will not happen again.
Okay.
And two, to protect and safeguard the cocoa industry from such volatile shocks and incompetent decision making. So these are some of the reasons why Dr. Bawumia has set up a team to look into a very important Ghanaian commodity, which is cocoa. And then the final part will be, what solution will he profess to be able to deal with the problems that have arisen due to the recent incompetence of the NDC government with handling the cocoa?
All right. You know, this matter is not entirely new. It's come up. It's been litigated here for a very long time, where we had...
Which matter?
This cocoa matter,
yes,
the cocoa politics. Yes. For several months, it was litigated. And one of the things that I don't want to do is revive that debate anymore. But I think
we are not reviving it. I'm just sort of giving a brief synopsis in the context of why Dr. Bawumia received this thing, just as you asked me. But I used the opportunity in the absence of my brothers here to expand a bit on it and to give a brief synopsis so as to, if not revive and jog the memory of the listener, at least to let them understand some of the fundamental problems that this industry is still facing, so that we can deal with it properly.
I get that. And to be perfectly honest with you, I totally get that. But I'm just saying that it's the narrative that you gave in explaining the importance of the exercise that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is conducting, which is to put a team together to interact with the cocoa farm. In fact, I think the video is there. Bright, is the video ready? Can we watch it? Can we watch the interaction Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had with the team that put this report together, and then we'll come back and conclude on that.
Take this report, this select committee report, to the policy committee on agriculture, food security, and agribusiness. That is the policy committee. And we are going to ask this committee to technically review the findings of your report. Take this report, this select committee report, to the policy committee on agriculture, food security, and agribusiness. That is the policy committee. And we are going to ask this committee to technically review the findings of your report. Take this report, this select committee report, to the policy committee on agriculture, food security, and agribusiness.
All right, so that's the video I was talking about. It's actually a longer one, but this is exactly what we wanted our viewers to see. He put a team together to look at the crisis within the cocoa sector. They went out there and you saw them interacting with cocoa farmers who were telling them their problems and what they want from of course, the NPP. And that was what has found expression in the report which has been presented to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And as you heard him, he said he's going to come up with a major policy prescription on how to deal with the problem. So we're here. Once he does that, would interrogate it and have a conversation on the back of that. So,
Moro, I just wanted to add something. I just want to check. You see, on the flip side, and I think that journalists should also put to task some of these things.
Right.
We need to know what the government is also doing.
Okay.
Because you see, in the meantime, in the 2 years, yes, we may be able to take it up another ante, take it up to another level.
Okay.
But the issue is this: if we don't start doing something about it now, what is going to happen next year?
Okay.
What's going to happen the year after?
Right.
And you know, in the meantime, many of these cocoa farmers have started using their farms for galamsey activities because they feel like there's no prosperity in it, especially those who have been given the farms as inheritance where they're supposed to continue. My grandfather was a cocoa farmer. So it's an industry I understand.
Right.
It's an industry I appreciate. And I'm also grateful that I went on a cocoa marketing scholarship when I was in secondary school.
Right.
Should we collapse all of this for cocoa farmers? No. So we should look at it very seriously, and especially in this living income differentials, these LID matters with Ivory Coast, where we are paying to be part of a membership of a union, and we are actually not attending these meetings and making the thing work. But in another context, we'll sit down and talk about it in detail.
We'll look at that. Now, there's some kind of a public uproar. There's some kind of a massive row over some awards that have been given to government appointees in some cases, and also some public servants. Because in the case of A+, he's not a government appointee, but he's a public servant. He's an MP, and the matter has to do with whether or not these appointees should have attended this function in the first place, and whether some of them, as we're told, who have had to dole out some money to the event organizers to either buy seats or to sponsor the event, whether they should have done that. So the president is not happy. The president is very upset, we're told. And so yesterday there was a statement which was issued. And if you look at the papers, it's been carried in most of the papers. In fact, David Tamaklo's Republic said cryptic statement.
Oh, wow.
So, right, let's look at that statement and then we'll kickstart our conversation. I want us to read that statement and then, okay. All right, so I'm going to do this so that I will get a clearer view of the statement that I'm talking about. Okay, so just give me a second, and then I will do just that. Okay. All right. So here we go. It was signed by Dr. Callistus Mahama, who is the Executive Secretary to the President. So Jubilee House, Accra, telephone. I'm not going to read that. Digital address is there. Office of the President. It says participation in private award schemes and related events. His Excellency, the President, has noted with concern the increasing trend of ministers of state, chief executive officers of state institutions, and other public officials participating in and accepting awards from various private organizations purporting to recognize them as the best performing, most outstanding, or most influential public office holders. 2. In many instances, the organizations conferring such awards are largely unknown to the public. Their credentials are unclear, and no transparent, objective, or verifiable criteria exist for assessing the performance of public officials. Consequently, the proliferation of such awards has the potential to undermine the integrity of public service, create misconceptions regarding government performance assessment, and expose the government to unnecessary public criticisms and embarrassment. 3. Public office is a solemn responsibility entrusted to officials by the people of Ghana. Performance in the office cannot be measured by privately organized ceremonies, self-appointed rating bodies, or commercial award schemes whose methodologies and standards are neither established or subject to public scrutiny. 4. His Excellency therefore directs that all ministers of state, chief executive officers of state institutions, and other political appointees refrain from participating in, sponsoring, endorsing, attending, or accepting awards from such organizations unless expressly authorized by the Office of the President. 5. Government remains focused on delivering on its commitment to the people of Ghana. The true measure of the performance of ministers and chief executive officers is to the extent to which they fulfill the policy objectives, programs, and sector-specific targets outlined in the 2024 National Democratic Congress Manifesto, the Government Development Agenda, and the performance indicators agreed upon with their respective supervising authorities. Accordingly, ministers and chief executive officers are reminded their performance will be assessed based on tangible outcomes, measurable impact, effective service delivery, prudent management of public resources, and the successful implementation of government policies and programs. 7. His Excellency the President wishes to emphasize that in due course the Presidency will undertake a comprehensive review of the performance of ministers and chief executive officers. The findings of this review shall constitute a key basis for decisions relating to retention in office, reassignment of responsibilities, and any future cabinet or executive restructuring. Number 8, public officials are therefore encouraged to devote their full attention to the execution of their mandate and the delivery of results for the people of Ghana rather than seeking or participating in external recognition schemes of questionable credibility. Number 9, your cooperation in this matter is highly appreciated. And then it continues to say, please accept the assurances of the highest consideration of His Excellency the President of the Republic, signed Callistus Mahama, PhD, Secretary to the President, and is distributed to all ministers of state and chief executive officers of state-owned enterprises, and is being CC'd to the Vice President, Jubilee House, and the Chief of Staff, Jubilee House, Accra. Okay. So, well, that's the ceremony, you're short. And that's the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Linda Oklu, and I believe that's the husband, And that's the Deputy Transport Minister, just something Toffee, I've forgotten the full name. And yeah, okay. All right, so also joining us in the studio is Bernard Bediaku Abedu, is a private legal practitioner and MP for the Akwetia constituency. Bernard, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to see you, boss.
Good to see you too.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, we're doing very well. We're doing very well.
Being late. I came from the constituency.
Oh, okay. This morning. Wow. First time MP.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
First time. Good morning to
Mike.
His Excellency. Is it His Excellency or
His Excellency, yes.
Yes, Ambassador Mike Okoye is okay.
It's fine.
His Excellency doesn't apply when there's a president in the country. It's just a nickname.
I hope you're good. Yes. So it's really good. I think this is the first time meeting him on the set.
Right.
I've seen him a couple of times, but it's the first time I'm actually encountering him.
All right.
And it's my first time on this show.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'm privileged.
All right.
It's a big one.
Right.
Very big platform.
Right.
You have the opportunity to speak on Good Morning Ghana.
Right.
Now, were you on the news file this
Yes,
weekend?
I was.
Yes, it was over the
Saturday.
weekend.
He's an experienced. Yes.
He's now the talk. He's not the talk of the talk in town or the talk of town. Or the talk
I see.
in town. Yeah.
The Diamonds man.
I'm telling you, everybody's talking about him. Everybody's talking about him. I mean, you've been on a few platforms, and I've seen the public reaction, the public feedback. I think that generally speaking, everybody seems to think that you're communicating very, very well. Have you always been in the business of communicating?
Oh, not
for
really.
the party, the
Not
government?
Really.
You've been quiet most of the time.
Yes, I've been quiet doing my small galamsey. Not the galamsey as in mine. What's called galamsey?
We know it's a figure of speech.
Yeah. But you're doing well.
I'm
very,
grateful.
very, very well. If you take the likes of Michael Okoye Jr. and a few others who hit the ground running, right from the beginning, right from the start, they were communicating very well. I mean, a few many in fact have struggled from the beginning, but then they will pick it up as they go along. But you have started very well. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All we can say is the sky's the limit, sir.
Grateful.
But how is the constituency? Akwetia, how's it going? Akwetia, would you say Akwetia is now, at this juncture, would you say it's a swing seat?
It is. It's always been
a swing seat, even though the MPPs wanted more. Or not necessarily.
Okay, so 92 NDC, 96 NDC, 2000 and 2004 NPP, 2008 NPP, 2012 NDC, 2016 NPP, 2020 NDC.
Oh.
Now, so
it's kind of balanced. It's kind of balanced. I see. As it's always been swing.
I think it's the only seat that has had that history.
Okay.
I mean, in the area, because Oda is typical MPP Kede is. Asamankesi until recently. And so you have Abraham Achimansa. All of them. Akwetia is the
Achimansa is in Ofonsa Yoruba.
Yes, but I mean, not too far from.
It borders you. There's a border. Okay, not far from you. Wow.
So so Kojo is my neighbor. He's a brother as well.
Okay.
So they always have their eyes on our seat. I mean, on the constituency. Let me put it that way.
Right.
Hopefully, we want to consolidate the gains, and I'm sure my brother, you've had more than enough. Give us room to also.
I'm thinking about myself.
Yes. Oh, you're coming again?
You know, he's trying. He may be third. He may be third time.
I mean, no. My dear sister would hold the fort for at least 3 more terms.
Right.
As you wish. But as I wish. We will come and take what was ours before. Just like when you took the whole seat from, we took it from you. You came and took it back. We are going to take our seat back by the grace of God.
Well, let's see how it goes.
Well, let's see.
You know Peter Meu?
Yes, very much.
Yes. You know he was also a tenant.
Yes, that's what we're saying. That, in all humility, we also wish that the NDC will be a tenant in Domi Kwabena. And then the landlord will come. But it's a wish, so allow me to wish.
Oh, no, it's a wish. I agree. I mean, that it can only be a wish for now.
Yes.
It's allowed.
It's allowed.
It's allowed in politics. In fact, you have to wish and dream, otherwise.
And it's all about hard work. You see, in politics, anything is possible. So you don't also leave things to chance. At the end of the day, we need to work hard, especially with areas where we never won until recently. We need to do so much work in order to consolidate the gains, retain the seat. And so we are on course. On course.
But the constituency, everything good?
Yes, all is well. Let me say good morning to our viewers, the people of Ghana, to His Excellency and all appointees. Yes, so we all is well. Yesterday, it was a stretch of road from Buedria, Toprema, Penamai, which, by the grace of God and the benevolence of the Honorable Minister, I say good morning to him. I'm so grateful to him, Honorable Abuja. Contractors went to site yesterday.
Okay.
But Akwetia, we had serious issues with our routes. He set out to deliver for us, and it's been done. You remember the by-election came with some of these projects,
right?
And it's still ongoing.
Okay.
I mean, it's not been stopped. And so that is one thing. We are doing the town roads of Takrasi, Wenchi, Kusi, Akwetia, and the road linking the Kusi to Akwetia, and then the Toprema, Penamai, Sechikom, Junase. So it's been done.
Okay.
Beyond that, several other things are also being done.
Okay.
We are on course.
All right. So let's get to the brass tacks. I'm sure you've been following the public reaction which has greeted the award scheme which was organized by Prince Marquis people. Wasn't even the name of the organization. It's escaped me. But you know, before that, I think it must have been a few weeks before that, Eric Ademagbana had put something up on his Facebook wall where he was cautioning and advising appointees not to patronize it, and he gave his reasons. And well, some thought otherwise, and so they patronized it. And then, after the awards, Professor Michael Pesa White, then put something up on Facebook, essentially saying that, look, he had a call from the same event or from the event company asking him to participate. Now, if he wants to be a headline sponsor, it's 50,000. If you want to buy a table, it's 25,000 Ghana cedis. And that was when he said no, he wasn't interested. And he went ahead to talk about what public appointees, what government appointees must focus on delivering, and the yardstick for judging whether you're doing well or not is not in, public awards and so on, organized by some private person. And he was even raising issues about conflict of interest, because once you become a headline sponsor, there's always been a temptation for you to want to reward the person by giving the person that kind of award, some kind of a quid pro quo kind of arrangement. So he gave all those reasons. Now, yesterday, the president has spoken, of course, through his executive secretary, and we've heard everything that he said. There are those who are of the opinion that the statement which has been issued by the executive secretary is not enough, and that perhaps the president must crack the whip. Perhaps could the president have asked everybody who has received the awards to return the awards? Especially when the statement, in that statement, you read there's a portion where the president said some of these private event organizers you can't trust their credibility. You know what I mean? Of course, that is not to say it includes those who organize this, but some people feel that one of the best tests of the president's resolve in dealing with what appears to be a case of indiscretion on the side of some of these appointees, you say, look, send the awards back, you don't need it. I will do the assessment of whether you're doing well or not. In fact, he put it out there in the statement, said, I will assess you very soon, and I will decide whether you keep your position, or I will change you. What do you make of all these issues, the awards, the reactions, and the president's statement?
Thank you so much for the opportunity and the brief. That talking about the president, let me state here, I'm in black because the lawyer to the president, Madam Marietta Blue, lost her niece, and the barrier is today. So from here, I'm going straight to be part of the ceremony or the program to see dear sister go home peacefully. So from here, I'm going there. You see, let me say this, and I think I agree with my brother, Honorable Edem Abana.
Okay.
When he raised the issue, he first raised it on his social media handle, that this matter of receiving awards generally, I mean, does not sit well with him. I mean, especially when it's coming from private entities.
Yeah.
And so the president is right in cautioning that this should not happen again.
Okay.
I think that we must put matters in perspective, especially as the president has now given his verdict on what has happened. It is fair to also say that this is not the first time such a program has been organized by the same entity.
Right.
In fact, I think they've done it for over 5 years.
Okay.
So I am not sure it is something new, but this is a president who has set a certain standard for his appointees.
Yeah.
And as a result, is cautioning that this should not happen again.
Okay.
I do not think the president has also put a categorical judgment on what has happened. It's only that he is saying that some of this, and you put it rightly, he never stated emphatically that this particular, scheme is of that nature, but he said it is prone to such, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, for me, what has happened over the years. We never got a president who was interested in, condemning it. This is the first time. And he is giving his directives. At the end of the day, appointees are supposed to go by them. So going forward, we hope that this never happens again. Because I have mine. You see, how else will you be rewarded better than the people you serve coming out to say that you've done A, B, C, D, and they are grateful? You don't need any award.
Right.
We've had a certain history. I don't want to go back there. Presidents awarding themselves before they leave office and all that. We are not interested in that. We have problems on our hands. We want those problems. Because you see, sometimes, if you are not careful, it will be seen as though, and that is why all these issues are coming up. Whether somebody paid money before you were, I'm not in a position to authenticate some of these rumors.
Right.
And I'm not sure Professor Pesa White has been able to put out any information to that effect beyond what he proclaims. And so I would not want to go there. But I think that it's important that this never happens again. Look, get to work work for the people, let the people appreciate you, and that's it.
Are you doubting what Professor Mike?
Not at all. In much as I can't also authenticate, I will leave it as that because
that's his claim.
That's his claim. I do not have any evidence to the contrary or to support what he's saying. Right. If anybody paid money, then the person should be ashamed of him or herself. Why do you pay money to be given an award if you've worked? And that is the issue. What was it intended for? Yeah. You want to be given an award as what? And for what? The one that gave you the job is here to even assess you. As he's saying, we've all heard that some work is being done, and at the appropriate time, the president will decide whether you stay or you leave. He is giving discussion. He would not be like somebody who, allow people to stay on for 8 years. No, I know President Mahama will not do it. And so he's doing some work. What is important is to go by what you've been given. Make sure you deliver. And the one who gave you the appointment is there. He knows what you are doing better than any other person. I do not even know. As a private entity, how did they assess them? How did they? That they had access to some privileged information about what they were doing, because the president, and then I know the presidency, they have certain indicators they use to, judge appointees, some of which may not even be available to some of us. So as an awarding institution, what did you look at? What were the indicators? And who were the people who even judged? Who was better and who was worse? And what was it intended for? Who sponsored it? So you see a lot of problems, a lot of questions and answers. I think that this should be the end of it. As humble as President Mahama is, and is not interested in some of these, I think the appointees should also follow suit. There is no need going after that, because you see, for instance, currently there are issues on our hands, floods and all that. If we are not careful, it's as though you are insulting the sensibilities of Ghanaians, as if there is no issue, you've done well and all that. We are not saying that we failed. We've done so much in all humility. And you see, what I like about President Mahama is the candor, the honesty. And he's so quick to let us know that we have so much to do. He will not be out there that he solved all the problems of Ghanaians. And that is what all appointees should also do. We are not interested in putting chains on our neck and saying that we've succeeded, we've done everything every Ghanaian ever expected. And so this should settle it, because we are not too sure about what happened in terms of any corruption or paying money or whatever. We are not too sure. And we've never had a very clear message from the president such as this, or ever before even this president. We are not able to really say that somebody should be dismissed because of this. The line has now been drawn. People have now been cautioned. It didn't happen before. Over the years, they used to do this. Nobody has said anything. Now, the president of the land has cautioned. He's drawn the line. So it is after today. If you decide to go contrary to it, then based on what has been released today, it will be used against you. But I think that it will be quite unfair, and I know that is why the president decided to do it this way. And you see, the president decided not to write to them in secrecy. He decided to publish this for everyone to know, so that some of us can also see that the line has now been drawn. If you go against it, the president will crack the whip. But in the meantime, I think it would be unfair to say that for what has happened, somebody should be fired. Indiscretion, I'm not too sure, because this has been happening. Nobody has said anything about it. And even with the rumor out there, it's not been confirmed that actually people paid money. If there is any evidence to that, I will be the first to say that person, because then it amounts to corruption.
Right.
If you ever paid money to receive an award, it means you are corrupt.
Right.
And we cannot allow
the company itself, Big Events, has denied flatly that any of the persons who received the awards or any of the awardees actually had to pay some money. So yes, like you said, in the absence of any hardcore evidence, incontrovertible evidence, you can't sit here and say somebody has gone to pay somebody. So that I totally agree with you. Yeah. And there are other angles to this conversation that I'll be broaching, but let me just pick the preliminary thoughts of Mr. Michael Quay Jr. on this matter. Mike, what do you think?
Greetings to my brother as well on the other side, and good to meet him for the first time. I like the word which he honestly used, where he said that if anybody were to be involved in what their own Mr. White mentioned, they should be ashamed of themselves. And I think it's a good expression to check all of us. But we haven't mentioned some of the people who won the awards, or some of the potential people who should be ashamed of themselves, if that is the case. So let's mention some of them. Dr. Kaysel Atuforsen, Honorable Emmanuel Amabua, Honorable Linda Okulu, Honorable Dorcas Tofe, Afo Tofe, Honorable Rita Akosua Awati, Ransford Jampo, and also Madam Sedo. Ruth Sedo. Yes, these are some of the people who are supposedly
the awardees.
Yes, look at them, look at them looking so smug and chuffed, having won these awards. This list. First of all, let's start with Atuforsen himself. His budgetary fights within his own group of people. I know we'll be talking about that as one of the topics that you gave us, but 1 minute he's fighting with budgetary allocation with Haruna. Next minute he's fighting with budgetary allocation with Agric Minister. Then we have Mr. Galamsey, the one who's in charge of Galamsey himself, Amabua. We know what is going on and how it's not working. I don't want to talk even about the rest, because we don't want to over-personalize it. But they are not performing, and yet we're giving performance awards. And so, for me, as much as my brother has rightly said, there's no proof of anything, the fact that Mr. White was called and offered 50,000 for sponsorship and 25,000 for a table. So what shows the rest are not offered? Because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. They called everybody. And when they call you and you accept, then you accept. And maybe, as for that one, it's difficult to say, because the company who did the awards are a company who are reputable. So we can't talk about that. Events. Yes, we can't talk about how the awards were given or whatever. But this is simply, as it's been put in the newspapers and everywhere, cash for awards. At least that is what seems to be the case. Because if we look at what Mr. White told us, then where is it far from to fathom cash for awards? And Ghanaians cannot forgive NDC. Where Greater Accra flooded at the level that it has, then the regional minister is given an award that very weekend, where ASAP now, people's water level in their houses, some are to their knees. Oh, smacks in the face of virtually an insult.
Yeah, Mike, the event company actually explains, and you see, this is why.
Explain how they criterialize the awards.
This is why. So right, if it's possible to get Prince Mackay, let's speak to him. Now his phone is off.
No, me, I don't have a problem with Prince. I have to make this clear.
What they are telling us, we don't have any documentary proof to this. But what the event company is telling us is that the awards were based on the performance.
So that
2025, 2026.
That is fine. We are not disputing. No, we are not disputing.
Yes, no, because of what you said about the flood and everything.
No, I'm just saying that the timing. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I'm saying the timing of the awards, the very weekend where your incompetence is most exposed. Do we want to go into the things that the regional minister said previously that, for me, do not put her up as a candidate for an award? What she said in 2025 about the fact that everybody can buy votes, is this a criteria for getting an award? You see, don't push me. If you push me, you will make me put her in the hole even more.
It is because
that's why I want to go on the issue.
We don't know the criteria.
And that's why I'm saying that criteria alone should have gone to a sack not an award. And she has been pardoned by her president to stay in office. She should stay there quiet. But when you go and pluck her out and bring her to come and present her an award, you are virtually rubbing salt into the wounded eyes of Ghanaians who are crying for many reasons. We cannot condone that you have to go and do cash for votes. We can't condone it.
So, Mike.
So, no, I'm just saying, so if we can't condone such talk and such behavior, then we should rather be silent and not be loud about it. But I am going to the issue, which is that Professor White is telling us something, right? You don't know, I don't know. But I don't think you were called for an award.
No.
Yes, you don't have 50,000.
Yes.
You don't, yes, you don't have it. You can't give that money.
But
so nobody will call you.
Not a public servant.
No, nobody will call you. But if that's what I'm saying. But they could have given awards to you here in Metro.
Yes.
But you are not called. Other people were called.
Yes.
Ransford Jampo and the rest, they were called. They went and collected it. And Professor White is also a CEO of a state institution. And he's saying he was also called because you can see that he has the potential of some 50,000. And in fact, when you add it, we're looking at 75,000 for the award. This is what they are saying. I'm not saying it. Even he doesn't know for sure if that's what happened. Because the person who's saying it is not a journalist. The person who's saying it is not from CPP. So you say that, oh, there's an opposition. The person saying it is an NDC presidential appointee who's telling us that he was offered potential cash for award scenario, which he rejected. So where is the proof that the others, whether it's Dr. Atuforsen or anybody else, may have paid or may not have paid? Because you have to use the word may, because you are not standing there when he gave the money. But the situation is such that that's how it's beginning to look. And that's why it's been termed, not by me, but you, the journalists yourself, have coined cash for awards. Now, the president is so embarrassed by this potential corruption behavior that he's had to come out to talk about it and to condemn it.
Okay.
And as my brother rightly said, yes, this may have happened before, it may not happen before, we have not heard about it. But when you go and do something wrong, as my maternal grandfather would say, Abankaba, you know, handcuff. They put handcuff on your hand. They say, oh, Papa police. Now say me now so we are how. I don't know Abankaba. You can't say that. Then the person will tell you that I wasn't a policeman when your grandfather was alive. Or I did not catch him. Or I did not see it. Or I did not hear it. So yes, it could be a caution for even past behavior. But for now, the cash for awards is something which is distasteful, something which is unpalatable, and I'm not surprised the extent of it that the president has had to wade into it.
I want us to.
Before that, you see.
Just I beg you, we have to take a break. A very.
As for me, I've just finished off from where he went.
Otherwise, we have to be problems with our sponsors. We have to go break. No. Yes. So, fortunately, let's take the break. When we come back, I'll get on our way to respond to some of the things that Mike has said.
And so please, once me is in state, I beg of you, clear this place for me. You can occupy this place, including where I stand. But please, as for this place, it's a no-go area for me. I'm begging you.
Through every stage of life, some things simply stay with us. The spirit of never giving up. throwback to a bygone era when love was service. A silent statement of love. A thoughtful gesture that deepens bonds, balancing work and life. Every drop refreshes, every sip hydrates, just as it should. I am awake, one for life. Drink water, drink awake. Supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friend, Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Friend, me once now. Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Friend is sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Come on, Tom Preco.
This Easter, Estate Masters Limited is giving you more reasons to celebrate in our extended Easter promo. Secure your dreamland at Nest Cottage, Chopoli with a massive 15% discount. Or choose Palm Hills, Gomwa Pamfukurum, also at 15% discount. And for lovers of the coast, Coastal Park, Ningo Prampram awaits you at 10% discount. Plus, enjoy free site visits and free documentation because we make land ownership simple. This Easter, don't just celebrate, invest in your future. Estate Masters Limited, your most preferred estate partner.
Madam, I'm looking for Abena.
Abena, there's someone looking for you.
Madam, please, where's Abena?
Abena. Yes, ma'am. Is this who you are looking for?
Madam, please get me Abena. Please.
Della. Abena, bra.
Oh, Abena. If it's not Abena rice, I can't eat any other.
Abena rice. Eniji nkwa.
FDA ajejade nkratso yatum.
Charlie, we only have one Ghana. Not Ghana for anybody. It's our Ghana. Our players are going to make us proud. Let us all go and support them. But you can only support them by watching Metro TV. So watch World Cup on Metro TV. Ciao.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
Metro TV, Original 91.9 FM. We're representing live at the FIFA World Cup 2026 in Philadelphia and in Boston. Anything about the World Cup from the Black Stars training camp, from the Black Stars Hotel, interviews with the team, interviews with the coaches, we will bring it to you live on Metro TV, Original TV, and of course, Original 91.9 FM. Once again, the name is Gideon Ochenim Gattuso, Raise the Power 7, reporting live from the US of A. Stay tuned for more.
The World Cup coverage on all IMG platforms is brought to you by Estates Master.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. I'm still here with Mr. Mike Oquaye Jr. He is former Ghana's High Commissioner to India, former Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Free Zones Authority, and at some point he wanted to, in 2024 he contested the Dom Kobina seats. He will contest again, he tells us. Anyway, also here with us is the MP for the Akwetia constituency. He's also a private legal practitioner. He's called Bernard Bediako Bedu. Yes.
So a quick one. More.
Reaction, yes.
A quick one. You see, let it be said that at this point there is no proof of any thing untoward with regards to this. I didn't want to go into what may have happened and what may not have happened. You see, at the moment, let us also establish, and I've said it before, that it's been done over the years. The only difference is that this is a president who has raised the bar and is saying that such things should not happen again. I also think that we shouldn't personalize it, who got it and what may have gone into it, because the event organizers may have their reasons. The same reason they awarded Matthew Poku Prempeh when Ghana was undergoing Dumso. You see, if it is bad, let us put everything together and say it's bad. I didn't want to personalize it. I only said that they've done it over the years. If it was bad then it is bad now. But you can't say it's bad now and justify what happened before. In fact, we know most of the appointees of MPP have received the same award before today. So if it is bad, it is bad.
Right.
But the president is saying that going forward, he will not tolerate this. I do not want to mention the name of who has done what and why the person received that. That is what you see, because I'm not even sure the president has access to that information. He didn't organize the program. So he's saying that going forward, nobody should. And the claim of Professor White, at the moment, we do not know whether it is the case. It is possible it's not the case. It's possible it is also the case. But to come here and then on the basis of what he has said, throw in all the things my brother has thrown in would also not be fair to the people, the other people.
You see, Bernard, I get the point you're making, but here's where the challenge is. You know, the message and the messenger are both important in analyzing what is being said. I think that in this country, nobody can say that Professor Kwesa White is not a man of integrity or has no credibility, just like you. And one of the reasons why people listen to you and they take what you say seriously, because at least as we speak, nobody has any contrary evidence to what we think about you, which is that you're a hardworking man, you have integrity, you have credibility, and so on. So when you speak, it goes, far and wide. Can you, on the basis of this premise I've just established, then begin to even question? Yes, it's true. I mean, as lawyers, you say it's just somebody's claim or his assertion. But can you, in all honesty, say that anybody who decides to take what Professor Michael Kwesa White has said as basis to then logically say that if what Professor Michael Kwesa White has said is anything to go by, then we must begin to ask how many people actually had to pay before the awards are given them. Yes, it is true. It is his claim. And a claim or something that is stating as a matter of fact, even if it is fact, cannot constitute evidence, as you lawyers will tell us all the time. But you can't also fault somebody like Mike and other persons who would want to ask legitimate questions that if indeed what Prof has said is true, how many people paid? How much did they pay? And what do we have to do?
I'm not the only one asking. He also asked.
Yes.
If you
can't then you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes, you understand what I'm saying?
But you see, sorry, but you see,
yes, you can't fault it.
Yes, I agree with you. But is it also not possible, even if because his claim is that he was approached.
Yes, he was approached.
I didn't hear him say he was approached to pay money for the award.
Which is true.
He didn't say that.
Sponsorship or buy a table?
Thank you. And you see, but these are the two he said.
No, you either sponsor, headline sponsor, or buy a table.
So this is his claim.
Yes.
Well, you may say there is a relationship between these and then the collection of the award, but not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Even that.
He said he rejected it because he felt
because that's his feeling.
Yes,
no, that's a feeling, but that's not based on the facts. It's not one out of the facts.
And when he rejected it, did he get an award?
No, he said he's not interested.
He chose not to. He wasn't. He didn't.
But wait, awards, you don't have to be interested before you're awarded. In fact, if you are there are people who don't go and take the awards.
No, but
if
you can reject it.
If you are nominated,
thank you.
You can call them here to organize it.
But when he's nominated on the basis of sponsorship only.
No, he hasn't said that.
That's my point. My point is that once you money in the hand.
Oh no, please.
So you see, you don't pay, you won't get anything. Putting names push this further. I thought we were moving to the next.
So what we need to ask, we'll move on. But what we need to find out is this: that did this Professor Mike was Professor White's name included in the list of nominees?
We don't know. No. He didn't receive any award. You get the award. We know.
You see, the reason I'm asking this question is this.
No, but did your appointees also pay money before they got award for this?
Yes, he was nominated.
Did your appointees pay money
an award
to the same?
Listen, you are not getting me.
Okay.
I'm saying that, and you remember I was careful when I said that there could have even been some previous issues that may have arisen. You remember I said that?
Yeah.
Yes, I was fair and candid on that. Then I went on to say, and yet, you can't say, when they catch you today with Abankaba, that Minanansu Yebi. That is what I was telling him, but he didn't get the Abebu I was giving him there.
Who has been?
I was talking to him in parables.
Is he also possible that the other appointees were not?
No, wait.
Maybe it was the others were not.
It is possible. But it is also possible
that others were approved.
So it's possible here, possible there. Cash for awards. That one is in the middle.
Let's move on. Cash for awards.
That's
it's just an equalization.
Well, I can't use the word.
The cash was Father, some two guys who have petitioned the presidency to get into the bottom of this matter.
On this matter.
Yes, the cash
was. There's no problem. I mean, nobody is afraid of.
What happened under Nana?
Yeah, the cash was.
And didn't they talk about it?
Yeah, they did.
So why is it that when they are talking about your cash awards, then you are eating your check?
That you took money.
Yes.
Who considered?
That's not
the point. We also concede that. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that in life, if you always keep going back, we will start doing history lessons. The issue now on board after reset is that there's a potential cash for awards matter. And that's what we are discussing.
Okay.
Simple.
All right. So, gentlemen, I want us to move on.
Yes.
But the part where the president talks about a reshuffle, it says the presidency will undertake I want us to wrap up on this. He will undertake a comprehensive review of the performance of ministers and chief executive officers. The findings of this review shall constitute a key basis for decisions relating to retention in office, reassignment of responsibilities, and any future cabinet or executive restructuring. Now, this portion of the statement then, for me, brings to the fore what appears to be an early but also intensified, lobbying for John Mohammed's successor, And I'm sure that, Honorable, you have been following with, I'm sure, with keen interest, the Council of Elders' statement asking people to focus on the job at hand and forget about, succeeding President Mahama for now. Because if the party or the government is unable to deliver, it doesn't matter who you put out, the person will struggle in 2020 elections. But of course, prior to that, many weeks ago, you also had Dr. Khalisus Mohammed's opinion piece, or what you call an epistle, where he mentioned the same thing and said, look, those of you are jostling for power and so on, stop it. We have a job to do. Let's focus on the job. We have a social contract for the people. We must be focusing on delivering on why we've been voted into power and stop thinking about, and so on and so forth. Now, do you think, of course, you don't speak for the president. You are a member of this party that's in government. Do you think that perhaps this impending reshuffle, quite clearly which will happen before the end of the year, would take into consideration some of these happenings? Or you think that it won't really matter because, as some people have said, it's normal. President Mahama is in his second term, technically speaking. And so if people are nursing ambitions to succeed him, it's another year not there. The question rather the question that arises is whether the person is doing their job or not. If the person is doing a job, you are doing a job and you're doing a good job, it won't matter whether you want to succeed the president or not, you must be kept there. But if you're doing a poor job, then you must be reassigned. So do you think this may come up?
Well, so
in fact, if you look at the finance minister and the agri minister's recent spat, some people are reading all kinds of meanings into it and saying that it's all part of this internal, fight as to who succeeds President Mahama. Put all of that in its proper context for us. I think that then come in the impending reshuffle.
Well, so I think that with all these, it's just a storm with the
raging in the teacup.
No, you see, and I'll explain. First of all, if you look at what the content of this letter, the president was clear that it will be performance-based. To put it, to summarize it, that he would undertake a review based on your performance and determine where you will be. I think it goes without saying. That's how it should be. As to the connection with a successor, I have said this. I am not too sure. Is there anything happening?
Right.
For me, no. You see, I know how you media and sometimes some of our friends would want to, the sensationalism and all that. There is nothing happening. Let me tell you. Yes, the president's secretary put out that piece cautioning that we should be focused. And it is because of what was happening around social media. And most of us, or some of us, were thinking that, what is happening? Is there anything that is creating this uncertainty around the presidency or the government because people want to succeed the president and all that? And then he put it right, that be focused, deal with what the mandate that has been given you and all that. Yes, the Council of Elders, I've heard that they've said what you said. I think it's also, it's good they do that. Look, this issue of who succeeds the president, you put it right. I don't think that it's necessary at this moment.
Okay.
We have a mandate, and whoever succeeds the president surely will campaign on the basis of the performance of President Mahama. If you don't help him succeed, and you are later choosing to, succeeding, what will be your campaign and the kind of things you will tell the people of Ghana, especially as if in case you are a member of the government? You would have to account. It would not be promises as usual. You have to account for the mandate that you were given and then going forward you do that. But I think that at the moment, I do not even know who will contest. Look, you may have heard whatever. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised that on the day when nominations are open, the very people you are talking about today may not even be there. They may not contest. Some of us, we know what we also hear. So please, let's not jump the gun. We have issues to deal with as a country. speculation, yes, we may talk about, but I think that we are unnecessarily heightening this tension as if there is no issue. This issue about the finance minister and the agric minister, as you claim, these things occasionally, it happens. I mean, it was the deputy minister who said something, not the minister for agric himself. I think the spokesperson also came out to state what he knew. The matter, have you heard anyone speak about it since then?
Magana Yamutu. Matter
so, yes, the matter died. Whatever it is, if there is something that is supposed to be resolved, it's been resolved wherever. So the fact that somebody said something and it's been responded to, in that note, there wasn't any insult, there weren't any, innuendo. It was clear that no, you said I've received it. I haven't received that. If it is true or not, I mean, at the end of the day, the matter needs to be resolved. And for me, as far as I know, and what I'm hearing, it's been resolved. How does anybody take this? I am not sure, and I don't know whether Honorable Atuforsen is interested. I saw some earlier social media, and it was said that it wasn't true. Eric Opoku, Honorable, I do not know whether he intends contesting. And how is that really an issue? If at the end of the day, nominations are open, and they intend contesting, nobody would have issues. But at the moment, the government is focused. If we wanted to conduct elections now, we would have done that. But we think that the government should be allowed space to work, and that is why we think that that should be deferred to later. And so what we have now is to deliver on our mandate, and that's what we should be interested in. And so, except you give me evidence beyond what has been said of anybody that has gone anywhere to campaign or to state emphatically that I'm contesting, when there is no contest. Is there even any contest in NDC now? The leader of the party and the government is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and he's focused. So this letter that has been, issued has nothing to do with who succeeds him. He's saying that you were awarded, by a private entity. I'm not interested in that. They are not your appointers. At the end of the day, I appointed you. I have my indicator. I gave you work. I know what I've told you. Right. I will judge you in the coming days, weeks, months, and then decide whether you stay there or you are moved elsewhere or you go. It goes without saying. Right. Except that maybe over the years, we've not had this experience so much because we had a government who virtually did nothing or literally did nothing about reshuffling. Until even when his own MPs, members of parliament, came together and said, this finance minister will not help us, move him. He said, I won't. Until when we were almost gone, we were dead as a country before he decided to move him, just a few months before. So maybe we've forgotten so soon how reshuffles happen. President Kufuor did reshuffles. Right. President Mills did. President Mahama did in his first term. President Rawlings did. It's only President Kufuor he did a few, but for the 8 years we thought, and you would agree, I'm sure my brother here would agree with me that if I hear they claim it's one of the reasons they lost the election, that there were supposed to be earlier reshuffles when the president didn't do. I've heard their own people say this. So because we are not used to it, at least for the past few years, maybe that's why we are. Otherwise, it goes without saying, as president, he has that mandate. If you are not doing what he expected or he expects you to do, he would move you. So this is just a reminder. It has nothing to do with who succeeds him. He says it's about performance. When the time is due, I remember in 2007-8, we had how many cabinet ministers contesting under MPP? Right. So many of them. But then what the president at the time, President Kufuor, did was that apart from the 17 of them. Apart from the vice president, if you were interested in contesting, resign. This is what happened. They already had to resign. Right. I remember the president, Akufo-Addo, then foreign minister, had to put his position aside. And then Alan Chemartin and all that. So maybe, I do not know what would happen with ours. But maybe when we get there, because of course, if you are campaigning to be the successor of President Mahama, it means at that stage, you would have to put your position down. And then the government will be focused.
See, the reason why I try to draw some kind of a connection to the apparent lobbying or the seeming lobbying to succeed President Mahama is because when this matter came up and the president issued a statement and said that, look, forget about what other private organizations are saying about you. I will be the final decider as to whether you're doing a good job or not.
Mm.
And hints all of us, hints, because it didn't state categorically, but hints that there's going to be some kind of a reshuffle. The reason why I drew the connection to it is that some people think that, look, perhaps the president should take advantage of this impending reshuffle to basically reshuffle persons who have ambitions to succeed him.
How would the
Because,
president know?
because you see, if Callistus Mahama issues a statement, an opinion piece, in fact, Kwesi Pratt has been here several times. In fact, last 2 weeks, he's been on this matter. He has told us categorically, of course, as a journalist and somebody who's been around for a long time, that for him
as somebody on NDC platforms.
Oh, please.
That's what he told us.
Not fair.
Isn't that what Kwesi Pratt told us?
Why are you like you?
No, I'm just saying.
He said, Honorable. So he says he knows, as a matter of fact, there are some individuals who are interested. You see, people expressing interest in succeeding Mahama is something that must be welcome. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, but there's nothing.
Good.
There's nothing.
It is what they do or how that affects their job. I think that's what the issue is.
You better align.
So the issue is that whether we like it or not, there's some evidence, albeit anecdotal, that some persons are interested. There's not. I don't think
people
exactly.
interested.
Now the question is this, and again, I'm trying to justify why I brought this matter up.
Okay.
Because if indeed there's an impending reshuffle, by now, based on Dr. Callistus' statement, it is fair and perhaps it is legitimate for somebody to say Dr. Callistus Mahama wrote that piece on the instruction of the president. This is like President Mahama talking. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I have evidence. I'm saying that it is fair for somebody to conclude that the president is talking.
Was it a social media post?
No. He wrote it. It was a piece, an opinion piece.
And he signed as.
He signed Dr. Callistus, and then he put it out there. Of course, he didn't put it on Jubilee House. It was an opinion piece issued and then set it out. So it wasn't on a piece of paper necessarily, but of course.
But
he's not come out to deny. He said it's true. Exactly.
Opinions
or it may be like the Ghanaian saying that when you want to say something to some people, say it to the wind.
So I'm just saying that, and again, if you heard what I was saying, look, there's no way Callistus had written that without the tacit blessing of the president. So it's like President Mahama is not happy about certain things, and I'm saying that if you also have a situation where the Council of Elders of the NDC have come out to express their reservations about this, then it means that something's happening. Quacks like a duck, walks like a duck. Something's happening. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, and I'm asking that. Should the president perhaps use this reshuffle to invite the names of some of these people or to invite some of these people whose names are out there? That's what I should be saying. To say that, look, are you interested? Let's take advantage of this reshuffle so that you can step down and focus on your campaign. Should the president do that or you think it's early days yet? That's my question. That's my question to you. It's early days yet.
Okay. You see, because you may be shocked that
contrary to what people think.
Yes, that you are thinking that is so interested and would be the first to pick nomination for may not even do.
All right.
So why would the president go on a wild goose chase? The president is it's a serious office. He's into so many of the things that we complain about. He would have very little time to think about this. At the end of the day, his reshuffle, as I know President Mahama.
Surely based on performance.
Surely based on performance.
Not based on somebody's suspicion.
And you said it. You even said it. That it doesn't matter whether you are interested.
Yeah.
But what you do. And of course, if he sees that you are undermining him, you will be the first to go. I know President Mahama.
Okay.
At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with nursing that ambition. If you're a politician, you may have ambition.
Yeah.
But at the moment, you have a mandate to deliver.
Right.
And so what happens to those who are not part of the executive but are doing other things? So the president is very interested in these things.
Okay.
Let the process continue. Let us continue delivering on our mandate at the right time. I know President Mahama was not harbor or keep an appointee who has picked nomination for to contest the presidency. He wants to be focused. He wants to leave a legacy.
What you're saying, alternatively, if somebody is interested, step down. If somebody feels that they need some more time.
Mahama would not rock the boat.
No, I'm not saying not from the president, but I'm talking about those who are.
You are appealing to them.
Yes.
You are appealing to them. Fine, you can. But President Mahama is focused.
Okay.
Whoever is, interested in succeeding him, the time is not due. Okay. Do your work at the appropriate time. When we get there, the president would take action on who to keep and who not to keep.
All right, Mike. What should Mahama do?
This is a whole confusion arena, as you can see. You see, let us start with some of the words that have been mentioned, whether it's things to do with nursing ambition, whether it's things to do with government performance, whether it's things to do with budgetary allocation, as mentioned with regard to the Ato Forson versus Eric Opoku fight, and as I would even refer to Ato Forson versus the Haruna fight. I want to read this as a context before now I delve into the matter. The former NDC MP for Afram Plains, not you, not me, somebody of his caliber, a former NDC MP, her name is Betty Crosby. She says, Ato Forson is sabotaging the Agric minister.
No, she said it's not true. Please,
well, it says
she's come out.
She has come out. She says fake news. Okay. So, don't worry. We'll go straight to the matter then. But I wanted to read this to be sure of the background. So let's put that aside. If she has come out to say it's fake news. It's fake news. Good. So now let's move straight to the issue. We have a situation where the deputy Agric finance minister, that is Thomas Ampim, comes to tell us that a budgetary allocation of 1.6 billion has been given to the Agric ministry. Have you seen the video?
Yes.
Did you see Honorable Eric Opoku's reaction?
Yes. Through Samuel Hunto.
Right?
Yes.
Shocked. As in, wow, where is this coming from? Then, when Eric Opoku is told this, he doesn't say anything. But the person who reacts, this one to if it's fake news, tell me. His PA, who is called Dr. Michael Boachi, comes out and says, this is not true. Because they've not received that amount of money. Then, the Ministry of Finance brings out documents. That shows out that the money has been disbursed. You know what the money has been disbursed to? Accountant and Controller General. If you disburse money to Accountant and Controller General and the money hasn't gotten to the Ministry of Agric, how do you tell the Ministry of Agric that you have disbursed money to them? We all know how it works. As we're sitting here, sometimes you know all of us, and we know certain people in government before and so on, who went to lobby that the Accountant and Controller General should pay certain monies to certain contractors. You do it through the Minister of Finance. Because the Minister of Finance is the only person who can give the final instruction for them to pay the money to whoever is supposed to be disbursed to, whether it's private or public. So if you're the Minister of Finance, you go and put the money in abeyance. The money is sitting there, not being used. And you still say that I've budgeted it to you and given it to you. Does it make sense? No. So they themselves, the NDC, they are in a merry-go-round. And it is the situation that people are also speculating that this situation of Ato Forson not disbursing money to Eric Opoku is also because of some of these matters which is between them. And I'm surprised that he doesn't seem to understand that there's something called a lame duck syndrome that is about to engulf the NDC. And they don't know, they should accept it. It even happened in the grand United States of America in the second term of Bill Clinton. You see, when you're in your second term, after the second year, by your third year, you start becoming lame duck. As soon as the flag bearer is chosen, you are virtually out. In fact, people stop going to your house. It happened to us. We saw it. We accepted it. We were in this country when the Ministry of Education, we had people in the ministry complaining that the budget that they are supposed to give them for about how many teachers? We are talking about 50,000 teachers. They gave them only 7,000. And the reason why only 7,000 instead of 50,000 is because they feel Ato Forson is trying to sabotage the ambition of Haruna. I didn't say it.
Who said it?
Oh, well, after that one, you can do the Google search and look for those who said it. But I was definitely not one of those. So these things are coming up. My brother, we sat in this studio last week when NDC Council of Elders issued a statement. They issued a statement in a vacuum. They issued a statement without any consequences. Yes, maybe this Linda woman in particular may have been fake news. And these days, some people, when they say things, they go and tell them, they say, oh, it's fake. Betty, madam, is fake news. Okay. So the NDC Council of Elders, they respond to fake news. They respond to things that are not possible, things are not happening. Are they not the ones who are telling us that people are undermining John Mohammed's work? Who are those people? Because they can't be an appointee of NPP. It has to be an appointee of NDC who is undermining the work of the person who appointed them. Or is that not the case? So I don't see why anybody should sit.
Following the council notes with concern the growing unease among sections of the party and the wider public regarding reports.
Yes.
Yes.
Reports.
Yes.
Good. Reports.
Yes.
Very important. Go on the line. Reports of premature presidential campaigns and related political activities by individuals and groups within the party. Reports.
And those reports, remember, you think if they've not verified the reports, they will go and talk about it.
No, even
they have seen. Oh, come on. Are we not aware recently of the Asedu Ketia and the Haruna fight?
What was the fight?
Are we not aware also of the parallel thank you tours that are going on? Come on. We are not dumb. We are seeing everything, my brother. You can try to wish it away. But if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. And there are no beggars riding on any horse. So the wish is not a horse. It is happening. It is happening. Look. We sat in this town and we have seen the first thing is the confusion between these parallel tours, where Haruna himself went and said that your tour is not proper tour. This one to them.
Haruna mentioned someone's name.
But did he have to mention anybody's name?
Yes, because Dr. Bawumia also
went talked about the tour. Oh, it's not.
It's possible. What did he mention?
I like the way Moro will laugh. Okay, you let's talk about Dr. Bawumia tour.
He said
and the Dr. Bawumia tour
not
is
the other tour.
Yes, not the other tour. Wait.
The
other tour. Dr. Bawumia finished his tour in 2025 March.
But he said it was a curtain raiser.
He finished that tour in 2025 March. Now you are doing your parallel tour today. You are now talking about Dr. Bawumia. Dr. Bawumia, bro.
I'm saying it's possible.
When NDC Council of Elders talk about reports, they are talking about reports of Dr. Bawumia. I mean, come on. Are we serious? Come on, my brother. But it's an NDC matter. To the extent that listen to the two people who have raised worry. Callistus worry and his opinion piece was based on Dr. Bawumia's talk. I mean, what a joke. And the second one too, we are saying that the talk of Dr. Bawumia is what made the Council of Elders write this. Hey, then Dr. Bawumia is a very powerful
He didn't
man.
say that.
Well, but that we're saying that it could be a possibility. What else are you saying?
What's the basis of this possibility?
So we shouldn't mention Dr. Bawumia's name in this context. Okay. Let's focus on the NDC issue, which we are talking about. Because the same NDC, they don't seem to be able to agree on anything. Is this not the same NDC who went to Parliament? We are looking at a situation where if you want to make your ordinary business, he himself is a parliamentarian sitting here, he knows they are the majority. Ordinary business is not minimum of 50%. Therefore, we need 92 MPs. And even where the situation is such that, if we are not even looking at ordinary business, let's look at a decision in Parliament, right? Say majority. We know that it's supposed to be 2/3. We are talking about 138 people or so. They went and sat in Parliament and made a decision on LGBTQ with 34 people. Yeah, they want to sitting here.
But what's wrong with that?
So, you can't make an easy thing. You can't make a decision.
Right?
Yeah, I'm saying you can't make a decision with that amount. Yes. So they themselves, they are living in an arena of confusion. This one to go and call Dr. Bawumia. You can't go and call Dr. Bawumia's name. I'm just saying that let us look at the issues at hand. The issues at hand are that there's a lot of confusion in there because there's going to be a power struggle. I told you here, Moro, just a week ago, that there's no way they are going to listen to those council of elders because they are the big boys. They have the big money. They have the big posts. It will get to a point, even President Mahama can't control them anymore because they are going to be the next leader. And it's just a situation of the king is dead, long live the king. Another person is going to take over. Whether Mahama likes it or not. The only issue is that maybe President Mahama eventually may be able to influence who comes after him, or maybe the person that he didn't want may come, or he may decide to sit back. Those are his three options.
Okay.
But he does not have any way of going into this. And I want Ghanaians to see that this is a party at the moment where we are seeing all these various squabbles because of power and power juggling. We saw what happened, especially now, you can see his power in the party. And what he wants to do is not me who's talking about it. The NDC themselves are upset about it, and people are trying to fight him at the moment. We also know of certain circumstances where NDC officers, national officers for that matter, are not just warning the government appointees. They are also saying that if they want to come and contest certain positions, they should do what? They should resign.
Yes.
And then go for those positions. And these were not things that existed before in the party.
Right.
But because of a certain juggle and a certain power struggle, they want to make sure that they deal with these matters. So for me, I just want us to look in the context of Nahu Kosam. It's your own squabble, it's your own fight. Callisto has had to come and speak about it because it is creating a lot of rancor. The Council of Elders, no meaner people unless they don't have any work to do. The work they have to do is to worry about incidents going on in the party. And then they will be able to deal with these matters according to it. Now, the president himself has waded in, saying that some of you going around collecting these awards and blah, 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 those things mean nothing. It will rather be judged on the performance that I give you. As we rightly said here, is it also not an attempt to curb some of these things? So these are things that are happening in the outside. It's out of my control.
I'll bring in, yes.
And my brother, I know that he'll be worried about some of the things, just like his Council of Elders.
No, the quorum matter, which is very important.
It should. Oh, that's another matter on this one, because we're going to the LGBTQ matter. I want us to understand this simply. That whatever is going on in NDC at the moment, it is the frog who has come from under the water and who's telling us that there's a problem.
So you see, yes, I want to get into the LGBTQ, but let me see. You see, the challenge I have, and I always try, when I speak first all the time, I try to deal with the issues rather than, but you see, when you politicize it and make it so partisan, as if there is something happening that has never happened before. That's why I call out the hypocrisy in you.
No, we never said it's happening before. But we are talking about what's happening now. So you want to do history lessons, let me buy F.A. Boy's book and let's do history. Don't worry. But for now, we are talking about
in the history.
What Mahama and Callistus and Sin said. This is not what we're talking about.
So I'll tell you what President Kufuor also said. In a cabinet meeting, when His Excellency Nana Addo was the President of the Republic, let me read to you. The President Kufuor on Friday gave his clearest warning yet to ministers in his government, aspiring to succeed him to focus on their job. The President, it wasn't his secretary. Let me read to you. What is wrong with cautioning that you should remain focused?
Wait, so because of that, we can't talk about the Council of Elders.
So let me also tell you,
his point, Mike, his point is that it's not to do about nothing.
It's not to do about nothing. But then let me even read what he said.
No, because it's happening today.
We should talk
about it. It's happening today.
So we should talk about it.
No, you are free.
And at that time, say they talk about it.
No, of course we talk about it.
So if we talk about it then, we'll talk about it now.
No, so I'm reminding.
You can remind us, but we'll talk about current issues. But we will not wish it away and say that because it happened in the past. And that's why I told in the beginning of the program that Abankaba, when he grabs your hand, don't come and say that somebody committed.
There is growing anxiety within the government and the ruling party over the campaign activities of a small number of government ministers who are aspiring to get the nod to become the new patriotic party's presidential candidate for 2024, even though the election is 3 years away. President Kufuor reminded aspirants in his government that not even the 17 candidates who contested for the 2008 presidential slot, including 13 who were members of the government in 2005, were seen to be campaigning actively in the first year of the second government led by John Adjei Kufuor. We knew, or we remember, what happened under President Akufo-Addo.
Right.
When the very day he was sworn in, people started doing all kinds of things to succeed him. The president had to, in a cabinet meeting, caution the appointees that this is from this. You see, it is not something for me, and it's worth it. What he did was right. Caution them that don't do this. So if today, Council of Elders, President, Secretary also cautions that be careful, how is this confusion in the government? How is this confusion? This is what we are trying to. How is this?
You understand where I'm also coming from? I'm answering the question that you asked us.
There's confusion.
Yes. Wait. I'm saying there's an issue here. We are having squabbles. We're having disagreements. We're having cautions from all levels of the government, even to the extent that today this cash for awards thing has come up. I'm saying that we should be able to discuss current matters because, after all, you can't justify any bad behavior today. Now let's come in with previous behavior because you came and said you come to reset. So for me, no. Well, but if we didn't have issues, would they have voted for you? So when you come into power and they vote for you, and you sit here and we are discussing an issue that has been raised, then you tell me that because it happened in the past, it happened in Kwame Nkrumah's time. It's like somebody saying that we can't discuss a flood because it happened in the 1960s. Have you seen the newspaper when the flood came?
Mike, maybe you've not been fair to him. This is my understanding of what he's trying to say.
Thank you. Tell me,
Mike. He's saying to you that look, you are free to have a conversation on what's happening in my party, but remember that don't make such a mincemeat or a big deal out of this because these things happen. It happened during your time.
So it's happened before. So you can't talk about it now.
So to create the impression,
I even went to talk about Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I get all of that.
I said that the lame duck situation.
Yes.
That happened in our time.
Yes.
Which we suffered.
Yes.
They have not learned from it. So I'm not saying that
to make it look like all hell has broken loose.
No, well,
that's the problem he has.
I want to
but otherwise, that's not a problem with you talking about it.
We're talking about the present.
Yes.
So I'm saying that at present, they are hot.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
You don't have a problem with that. You don't have a problem with that. It says you're hot, which is fine.
Don't worry.
All right.
Don't worry.
So why do you pass this LGBT
so
thing?
This is it.
The president says there may be some procedural issues. What are the procedural issues?
And Bagwing also.
No, I'm talking about president. So this is. So we have just 15 minutes to deal with it. So let's
15 minutes to deal with it.
So the two of you share.
It's more than enough.
Yes. No, it's not enough.
Yes. He's going to educate us.
No. So two things arise here.
Yeah. Right.
And I've said it before. Procedural and then the substantive.
Sure.
And so let me use
both of which are important in law.
Very, very. So the procedure has been questioned by the MPP.
Okay.
Oh no. So allow that's not fair. Because Bagwing himself
against your turn.
No. Bagwing
allow me.
Bagwing questioned it by saying that he took it for consideration. No, he can't blame them.
No, he said you've spoken prematurely. He would have mentioned it.
I'm coming to that.
No, but we're here.
Please allow me.
We're here.
Because the speaker
there's no way we would have ended. No, there's no way we would have ended without us reminding him.
No, but it's not fair to say that it's a question.
Would you hear me now?
No, people are questioning it. Even the president.
Yes. So he acknowledges that. He acknowledges that.
Well, then you should go that direction.
We are minority. So has been questioned by the minority.
Okay.
Now, I don't blame the speaker nor the president because, first and foremost, the president is not a member of parliament. He wasn't there. Of course, with the issue of procedure, it is about all that has happened in parliament.
Yes.
The president is not one of us. Speaker Bagwing has not raised any procedural issue. He hasn't. What he said is that he is surprised that on the day it got passed. And his reason is that on Fridays, he's been there before. MPs would want to leave the chamber early. That's his issue. So he left a message that, so you consider it. And then when I come. But in considering it, we were done. And we had to proceed. After consideration, what? So it happened, and I will cite a few things to you. So Speaker Bagwing has not raised any procedural red flag. The president said he heard. He wasn't even in the country.
True.
He heard that.
Fact.
There are issues that he's asked the speaker that he believes the speaker would help resolve these matters. Now, what has happened? It is a fact that this bill was passed under President Akufo-Addo. Parliament did its work. We concluded. And the bill was sent to the president. It was sent. Because if you read the letter of
Nana
Santi, the first paragraph. He says they went to Biase and they learned that the clerk had come to the Jubilee House to submit it. So it was submitted. And that he's telling him to take it back. They won't take it because the cases were in court. Two things. First and foremost, when the president even met the diplomatic corps and was talking about this at the time, on the day he spoke, Amanda Odrei's case was in court. Richard Sky had not filed. But the president spoke about Richard Sky, that he had filed. How the president got to know, I don't know. It was the following day that Richard Sky filed in the Supreme Court. That's a fact. Two, in any case, if the issue is about the president, the case, having been filed in court, and you think that you are not supposed to, assent to it, the matter was determined, I think, on the 18th day of December 2024, few weeks before the president left office. He still did not find it appropriate to assent to the bill. It means he just didn't want to. It's clear. So we were done. Now, President Mahama, of course, campaigned that if Parliament does its work and it comes to him, he would assent. We came, and then there was this issue about whether it has to be started all over or the bill as it was, having been passed by Parliament, should be sent to the president. The speaker came to rule that, in fact, again, the majority leader had an opinion that the same thing must be sent to the president too. But the speaker ruled that no, the bill died with the 8th Parliament. If anybody, including the minority, felt that the speaker was wrong, they could have challenged the decision, but they didn't. So the speaker was right. We proceeded. We dealt with all these, and then the matter was referred to the Constitution and Legal Affairs Committee. I'm just the procedure. Please bear with me. So which committee comprises of both NDC and MPP? At least I know Honorable Asumedu. I know.
Don't worry.
Yes,
it's both sides.
They finished and submitted their report to the plenary.
Okay.
Now, when you look at our standing orders, and of course, this issue of quorum, of course, Article 102 and Article 104.
Sorry, before you go ahead, the report which was given to the Constitution and Legal Affairs Committee, which is the old report which was given to them.
Yes.
Did they add or subtract anything?
No, you can't even say it's the same report. Well, I'll tell you, there were changes.
I'm using that loosely.
Yes, there were changes. Even the sponsors of the bill
changed
yes,
really?
Things. Yes, and
but that's not the impression we got.
Oh no, they did.
They did.
I'll prove it to you.
Wow,
they did.
Okay,
they did some changes.
Okay,
they did. I have them
before it came to the.
Yes, they did.
Before the committee,
they did. What they submitted is different from what
was handed over to the committee.
Yes, it was. What was what they submitted in 2021 was not the same as what they submitted in 2021.
Interesting. Okay, please.
And I'll show you.
Yeah, no, please go ahead.
And that is substantive, so I'll come to it in a jiffy. So this is what happened. It was brought to the plenary for a debate.
Okay.
No, this issue of quorum, 102, 104 of the Constitution, of course, has been interpreted by the Supreme Court in the Justice Abdullahi case. So 1/3 we needed in the chamber to start business.
Yes.
If we needed to take a decision or vote, more than half. That's what the Supreme Court says. But you know what is interesting? What we have, I hold in my hands the vote and proceedings for the Friday, 29th May 2026. This is an original copy. When you look at it, we have members who were present. So in determining who was in the chamber or not, it's not the audiovisual. Because he knows that ministers are even allowed in there. Clerks sometimes come in. So the audiovisual, how would you know someone was a minister who came in? He doesn't have a vote, but he may sit there. So the audiovisual, what you propose, and he knows that often, maybe at the time the cameras captured whatever, most of us may have been in the cafeteria, which he knows. But if you decide to litigate on a quorum, the only document you can rely on is the vote and proceedings.
And how many people?
The number of people that came on the day was 193.
Okay.
You see, the Justice Abdullahi case, what happened was that they had moved from a voice vote, and they were actually casting per person. And the deputy speaker then rose and came to vote.
Yes.
So there was evidence of counting. So you could know, there is evidence of knowing whether we are this number or that number. But in this case, It was eventually determined by a voice vote.
Okay.
So in determining 104, there will be nothing for you to rely on beyond this. Beyond this, there is nothing in the chamber for you or in parliament you can rely on if you want to litigate. Beyond the vote and proceedings. So this issue of we didn't have the number and all that, I don't know where it's coming from. Indeed, the respected minority leader was in through. He sat through. The Honorable Ntim Fordwa, who is talking now, was in there. I was there myself.
Did they raise the issue of
Nobody raised it.
How?
I have the vote and proceedings here.
How many people were there at the time when it was being passed?
No,
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about those.
Where he raised it, where you know you have been there. When you look at standing orders, hold it. So let me help you.
Yes,
this is the vote and proceedings. I was there.
Okay.
So you that it should have been captured. It should have been captured here.
He raised it.
He
raised it even to the extent that even you were with him on the program on this. Did he not raise it again?
No, I've challenged him to.
Well, you've challenged him, but he's raised it.
Where did he raise it? This is the vote and proceedings.
If he didn't raise it, would you have challenged him?
No, he raised it in the media.
Yeah, but Mike,
subsequently,
but
the only evidence, the only evidence of it should have been captured here. That's the point he's trying to make.
Where else?
You are saying that he hasn't raised it.
In the
and I'm saying he
media.
has raised. Well,
After
whether
he
he raised
passed.
it in the media.
No, he's talking about what happened in Parliament.
So
I'm also
hold
talking
on.
about the fact that
You
he has
see, we
raised
don't
it.
have my time. Please,
Okay.
so let me help you. The operationalization of Article 102 and 104 is captured in our standing order.
Yes.
What you need to do,
Yes.
64, order 64. So when you look at it, 64 says, it talks about quorum. A quorum of parliament apart from the person presiding is 1/3. Where the person presiding is a deputy speaker, because the Justice Abdullahi case, he now has to be counted. A member may draw, and that is 3. A member may draw the attention of the person presiding at any time during a sitting, that members present in the House constitutes less than 1/3 of the number of all the members of Parliament. 4. The person presiding, after you've raised it, it is not fait accompli that the moment you raise it, then it ends it. Certain procedure has to. The person presiding shall A. Direct the clerks at the table to cause the bell to be rung. B. Continue the business. Even after you've raised it, we still have to continue business for at least 10 minutes. It's in our standing orders.
Okay.
C. Direct the clerks at table to conduct a head count of members present. And D. If there is still no quorum after all this, suspend the sitting for a period of not more than 1 hour. So we'll suspend. He knows it. Sometimes you may have members elsewhere within. But when the bell is rung, we would all come. 5, if on resumption of the sitting, there is still no quorum upon the conduct of the head count, the House shall stand adjourned till the next sitting. So if you raise it, it doesn't end there. We have to go through this. Give an opportunity. There may be committee sittings, there may be, some people may have visitors and all that. But if you raise it, they would all come. If you don't raise it, we are done. If we don't conduct parliamentary business in the media. So for you to raise the matter post facto, after we are done, it's neither here nor. Don't blame the president. He may have heard the people complaining. So he said he's heard.
The president didn't complain about what he heard. The president was briefed.
No, briefed by who? No, please, I beg you. No, you are so procedurally, there is nothing wrong.
Please try and land.
So please, I beg you. With the substantive, this is important. With the substantive, you will see this. I've heard there's a 32 amendments which has watered down. I'm surprised where it's coming from. Yes. Now let me take
31 amendments and 22 deletions.
Don't worry. So let me take you through this. A bit. Please bear with me. I beg you. Even if my brother has plenty money, if you have to buy more airtime, it's important. You see, when you look at it,
I say get money.
Thank you for the blessing. That is
oh no, you are a rich man.
I'm grateful.
You see, if you look at, do you know some of the, apart from the 9 that they claim, I'll come to the 9, the clause 9. But even before that, they refer to 31. Let me deal with a few because of time.
No, but you can't talk about clause 9 without being it in conjunction with clause 1.
Yeah, I'll come.
You have to marry
I'll
the two.
get there. I'll get there. Don't worry.
No, but then you have to start with clause 1 to come to 9.
So I'm coming to 1. Don't
because
worry.
without the 1, the 9 would mean nothing.
Thank you. So this is what this is what was part. This the votes and proceedings when it was brought to the plenary. Clause 1, amendment proposed. Opening phrase, delete. Delete who holds out as and insert who identifies openly represents that person or professes as. You know why? And I'm surprised. I am very worried about how this seems to water down the bill. If somebody, I mean, I'm sure we are lawyers, and I'm sure you are also. Who holds himself out us? Who holds out us? It means it's voluntary. Who holds us out? We are saying delete that one and then insert who identifies. And who identifies is not necessarily with your consent.
But it's not just identify. Read the rest of that one.
Comma.
And
So
comma and what?
Yeah, you understand.
So
comma openly represents. So identifies is on its own.
Yes.
And then if he openly, so it's either or. In this case, it's not conjunctive. So who, if you identify, you are culpable. And identification is not with your consent.
Openly represent. That was the next one.
Yes. So the openly represents that person, or professes us. I'm saying that openly represents or professes us is one. If you do, you are culpable. Just as we have who identifies. So that one is without your consent. But when what we had initially was who holds out us, that one is with your consent. So who has made it tighter?
Of course, the current one.
The current one.
Yes.
So you see, I've always said it is in the detail. Let's go to the other ones. So look at this one too. Clause 3. That is 9. The 9th amendment. Clause 3. Amendment proposed. Subclause 1. Paragraph J. Subparagraph II. Delete and insert the following. Any procedure, and please listen. So we are deleting this. This is what we had. Any procedure that is intended to create a sexual category other than the sexual category of the person determined at birth, except in the case of intersex. We realize that this is too broad. Look, it can open the floodgates. Depending on who the person, what he intends doing, any other procedure that is intended to create a sexual category, we said, no, delete it and keep only intersex. The intersex is a medical term. That one is known. That this person has this abnormality, we need to. It's intersex. Leave it there. But take out this other procedure that is. So we deleted it. How is that supposed to water down? We have made it tighter. We said delete this one and insert it. So throughout, when you look at what we have done, it is all about intersex. Rather than, because we have this also repeated, that any other procedure that is intended to create a sexual, we said no, it's subject to abuse. Delete it. So we made it tighter. Now let me also tell you this. 10. The clause 3 amendment proposed, subclause 3. Delete and insert the following. 3. For the purposes of this section, sexual intercourse occurs where a person for sexual gratitude, what they brought or what we had was this: penetrates the anus, mouth, or any other body part or person of the same sex and all that. Penetrate. We said no. So until there is penetration, the person is not culpable. So this is what we did. We said no. Add stimulate. So what we have now has stimulate. This is what they are telling us that we voted down. So in all that, when you look at that should be, I'm coming to the 9, but even before, this is what that should be, yes. Clause 3.
And unfortunately, time is not a
No, you see that's what
we're trying to appeal for some extra 10 minutes. So if we're able to get
yes, please. So
he has invited me now.
No, he's going. Let him land.
We added stimulate.
Yes, yeah.
We added stimulate. Now they're receiving this.
Yes.
Because you don't have time, there are other ones. But let me deal with the 9.
Okay.
Let me deal with the 9.
Okay.
And then we have, and let me state, we have not exempted any professional. Let me state this on record. There has not been any exemption of any professional. What we have done, if you look at the 9, subject to the Constitution, a person shall not produce, procure, market, broadcast, disseminate, publish, or distribute through a medium, whatever, because of time, you know it. So subject to the Constitution, we said no. And the respected minority leader, often in the chamber, he would say, look, it is better to be superfluous than to leave a vacuum. He would always say, if he's listening, he knows what I'm saying. He's always been saying it. Yeah. So we only stated the obvious.
Thank you.
And the obvious here is this. We didn't exempt lawyers, but we stated that insofar as you are, insofar as you are granting or you are giving legal advice, you are exempted. And of course, he knows it. The right to a lawyer. It's a constitutional, right. Do you understand? We spoke about doctors. Not the doctors as in doctors in as a whole, but what they do. If you are given a medical whatever to a person that has undergone that, insofar as it is strict to the standards that have been accepted, there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
They themselves, even in the previous destiny, had the same thing. Okay. So how is that supposed to? But finally, if you read Section 11, Section 11, it criminalizes funding, sponsorship, or promotion of the act. And so once it criminalizes, whether you are a pastor or you are a lawyer or you are whatever, if once you promote it, if you go outside the mandate of say you are a lawyer providing legal service and you promote it, you come under Section 11 and you are culpable. Okay. So how is this supposed to water down? I wish I had more time.
Let me hear you.
Yes.
Let me hear you.
And I wish I had more time as well. But let's go into the matters. Look, all we are saying is actually the same thing. That we want the LGBTQ bill passed. Because otherwise, NPP MPs will not have voted for it in Parliament in 2024. I want to make this history clear. Because remember, at that time, it was a hung Parliament. If we had not backed it, will it have passed? So it's not like we're against it. The only issue is that due to the fact that the matter was supposed to go to court, and it actually went to court, we all know, as for presidents and so they are briefed in advance. So, yes, they can be briefed that, oh, this matter has gone to court. Maybe the registry has not yet brought out the information, but we've just been informed the matter has been.
The president of the Republic got
yes, that the matter has got into
persons.
It's not registry. Nobody said, did I use the word private person?
No, so
I use the word registry,
private
but he's trying to interpret it differently. That's his own thing. But I'm talking about the fact from registry that you can be briefed that a matter has been lodged. And therefore, we have to go cautiously on this matter. For all of that,
didn't he sign when the matter was in court?
Is now setting his own.
The matter was in the Supreme Court.
But I will not even be bothered to discuss it. The issue is simple, and so MPP supported the bill. Now, at the time, I remember vividly that MP Sam George said the Ghana bill is so watertight and so good that Rwanda just took the bill, removed the name Ghana and put Rwanda. You remember?
Yes.
That bill is the same one that today he is telling me the bill where, for example, previously, right, you are in prison for 3 months, whether you directly or indirectly promote, facilitate, counsel, procure. The sanction was 3 months, and today it's been removed. They are telling me that it's a better bill and it's more.
Which one has been removed?
Oh, why? The imprisonment
for what?
For the sanction for the direct or indirect promotion or facilitating or counseling of LGBT.
Which section is that?
I'll get this thing and give you the section.
You see, this your at the moment, I'm coming.
I'm coming. At the end.
You should have the bill.
No. That is not the issue. The issue is that
you should have the bill.
The section. Did I not wait? Did I not refer to section 1, section 9, and section 11? I've referred him to other things on it. I want to understand. Well, you can understand later. I'm talking to the public. They understand. That when it comes to the sanctioning for what of people who, and that's what I've said, people who are promoting, facilitating, or counseling in terms of LGBTQ, there's no more imprisonment sanction. In fact,
read 11, and I'll give you more. Read 11.
No, we are subjecting what you're saying to strict rules.
Yes, of course.
You have 11. It says a person shall not fund, sponsor or promotes an act prohibited under this act. A person who contravenes section 1 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment if of not less than 3 years and not more than 5 years.
That's why this will not help you.
Now,
so this is what is the bill.
Yes, of not less than.
This one has been accepted.
But before, in that one, it was up to 5 years.
Which one?
5 years.
For what?
You mean the 2021 bill?
Yes. The 2024 bill.
But
so
this one
I'm
says,
saying,
but this one says
at the end of the day,
not less than 3 years and not more than 5 years.
and not more than 5 years. So I'm saying that before, it was even, you could even
5 and more.
Yes,
but now it's less than 5.
It's 3 to 5 years.
Hey, that's 5 years.
No, but 3 is up there. Even on top there.
5 years.
No.
So even this one is 3 to 5 years.
No, 3 to 5.
3 to 5. It's the same thing.
But I'm saying that in the 5 years that they talked about, they were talking before on 3 months.
So but this one has 3 months to 5 years.
Yes.
So then this is fake.
How does that feel?
I don't know where you
3 months, 5 years. And this is 3 years. No, it's a typo mistake.
Look at the two. Look at the two and make the comparison. Let me show you.
No, this is months and years. This is years to years.
Let me show you.
Don't embarrass yourself.
No, let me tell you something.
No, we've settled that. We've settled that. We've settled that. It's 3 years.
You are not being fair.
Yes.
There are other references here where it talks about even the dressing, the manner up to 7 years.
Yes.
So I'm making a chronological argument, and all you can do is to look at one propaganda aspect.
No. That fact has to be corrected. That fact has to be corrected. Yes.
There are various categories. And they were done somewhere even more than the 5 years, and that's it here. 7 years, up to 7 years in prison.
Yes.
Can't you see it?
Is that what is in the bill? With the 7 years there,
but that's what I'm saying. That in the previous bill,
what was it?
It goes up to some section. Please don't give me a.
Oh, still on sanctions.
Wait. You are not being fair because when you were talking, I gave my criteria on what I'm also going to talk about.
Okay.
And I'm saying that in some areas, it goes up to even more than the 5 years, up to 7 years.
Yes.
You are saying it's not true. And I'm showing you that it's here.
What is he showing you?
Do you understand?
The sanctions.
I'm showing you, for example, the sanctions of, for example, people who go to the level of when they even dress in a particular manner, opposite sex, so and so. So there are various categories where some go up to that. And I'm saying that this is the example that I was giving. So don't bring this. Yes, that's what I meant.
All right.
So let me proceed. Proceeding on this same area, I am saying that if you look at the bill in its entirety, the bill by Sam George, which was sufficient enough for Rwanda to say that they will just remove Ghana and put Rwanda. Why do we have to change it? Why? Because we all know.
But he has just told you said that bill is dead.
No, but you know.
You said that bill is
dead. Are
you
not aware of the NGOs, UN9, and all of those who were consulted to bring it down a bit because Ghana's bill was seen to be too harsh?
Yes.
Are you not aware of that?
I recall.
And those agencies, when they came to be part of this, they came to be part of it to make it stronger. No, they came to negotiate and to water it down. So it is like orange juice that you have added water, Shemima. This is it. The LGBTQ one we have now is Shemima. And we are saying that, oh, my brother,
it's not just about saying,
wait. I gave my examples and my years, but you won't listen. Bring it apples, when we are talking about apples and oranges. It's half the story. I'm saying that in effect, what all these NGOs and so on have managed to negotiate is the fact that this bill is not fit for purpose. Why am I also saying that?
Who is saying that?
Why did you not have a situation in Parliament where the Speaker of Parliament said, this bill is very serious. This bill cannot be looked at in just one day because it was already half the day on Friday. So the Speaker of Parliament is saying that we should bring it for consideration and by extension discussion. Let us look at all the areas that need tweaking because you know that the Speaker of Parliament, he also has a special interest in anti-LGBTQ matters. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. Yet, when they went to Parliament, they went to do a rash job.
Really? You are telling this your respected minority leader?
But it's a rash job.
He was there.
But the minority leader himself.
The
You know what, Sonny? The majority leader himself also said in the past that he felt that the 2024 bill was fit for purpose as it was. Did he not say that?
No, when did he say this? In fact, on the day.
The majority leader
Mahama
Ayariga
people didn't even have the subject to the constitution.
No. He has stated trial. I can even find the date for you. He has said trial. I'll find it for you now.
You are finding it.
Yes, I'll find it. No, I'll find it for you. I am telling you that the Speaker of Parliament, and have we not heard him? Unless Moro, you have not listened.
We only
where he said, yes,
on Friday. He has not raised any procedural issue.
Please, no. He said, no, the speaker said, no. Don't change the goalposts, which is very funny. The issue is simple. The speaker said the matter was brought on Friday for consideration.
Okay.
Did he not say that?
All right.
And he did not expect that issue to be passed. No. This I want to make that.
No. Just a
so
second. I'll allow you to land. I'll allow you to land. I'll allow you to. I beg.
No, let me land on this because I landed. Let me land like.
I beg. You know, you're our very good friend, Bright. Bright is standing just around here. Just 1 minute. I just need a minute. The head of our lead producer, Bright.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he needs to give us a quick update. I'm told it's raining heavily, so he wants to just give us some quick update on this, and then I'll come back for you to continue. So let me. Yes. So Bright, where exactly are you, and what's the situation? I'm told the rains are coming down very heavily.
Of Millennium Insurance in Accra, a few meters away from the main building of Metro TV, Original TV and Original FM. As you can see around me, it's raining. It's drizzling. The Ghana National Fire Service just dawned that there was a collision of a fuel tanker with a truck on the motorway. So in case you are yet to leave home, you may want to be extra. Ghana Meteorological Agency. It says there's going to be misty and foggy conditions forming over parts of the coastal, mountainous, and forest belts, while the southern Ghana across the country, it's actually light rains, and we're expecting about 27 degrees Celsius, which is going to feel about 31 degrees Celsius, and humidity is high at 86%. As you can see around me, it's still raining. It's raining everywhere, and so if you are yet to leave home, you may want to be extra careful. Now, thunderstorms or rains are expected to persist over parts of the northern, transition, middle, and coastal sectors for Accra specifically. Now, scattered thunderstorms today with a high of 28 to 29 degrees Celsius and low of 24 degrees Celsius. Chances of rain 62%, and it's already started raining. So yes, if you are yet to leave home, like I told you earlier, you may want to go along with your umbrella, your raincoat, or whatever it is. Probably just taking something hot to stay and fight the cold weather. It's a quick weather report here on Good Morning Ghana, and Moro, I would continue on with the discussions in the studio.
All right, Bright. Thanks for that important weather update. We'll be right back. You're watching Good Morning Ghana, Metro Television.
Property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2- and 3-bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
As the days come and go, there's always shit. Let colleagues explore all the planetary bodies. Our mission is in Uranus to treat hemorrhoids, anal fistula, anal fissure, anal incontinence, hydradenitis suppurativa, using laser ligature for pain-free and speedy recovery. On Uranus Street, Accra, is Main Tuber Hospital and Coloproctology Center. Trust Uranus with us, and we will delight you. Visit the Main Tuber Hospital today or call us on 0244 581 541.
Grab your bottle and unleash the taste of Storm Energy Drink. A bold flavor. A big attitude. Feel the vibe. Own the moment. It's your time to be different. Storm Energy Drink. Make your mark.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
Since inception in 2012, Rehoboth has played an active role in addressing Ghana's housing deficit, having developed over 2,000 housing units. Over the last 6 years, we have grown into one of Ghana's leading providers of social and affordable housing, with strong focus on creating quality homes that remain affordable to families at home in Ghana and in the diaspora. Today, we stand proud as Ghana's largest private affordable and social housing provider, directly resolving the deep-seated anxieties of the Ghanaian diaspora buying properties back home. We have completely eliminated the systemic worries of housing. With Rehoboth, there is no land litigation, no court injunctions, and no land guards. Every single development is fully secured with proper, flawless documentation, providing our homeowners with absolute peace of mind. This revolutionary journey of affordable housing began at Rehoboth Knightsbridge in Kwabena. Developed as Africa's premier age-certified green community, Knightsbridge shattered the status quo, proving that sustainable, world-class urban living with elite amenities could be made accessible to our people. Building on that national triumph, we scaled our vision with Rehoboth Palm, which also proudly holds prestigious EDGE certification. This massive master-planned development seemingly blends active community lifestyles with rock-solid investment value, locking in generational wealth for Ghanaian families. Now we introduce our most ambitious milestone yet, Rehoboth Havens, commandingly positioned in the serene hills of Ayimensa Danfa with breathtaking views of the Pediase Ebri Mountains. This secure gated community redefines modern living, and we have completely rewritten the rules of acquisition. No banks, no transaction cost, no complex, exhausting bureaucratic processes. With just a 20% deposit, you take immediate possession of your home, spreading the remaining balance over 10 years directly with us. With prices for our 2, 3 and 4 bedroom all-and-suite homes starting from just $55,000, your dream of home ownership is finally within reach. Don't wait any longer. Your keys are ready. Just move in. Call us today on +44 203 154 8400 or +44 791 737 6631 or +233 25 662 3346. Rehoboth Social Housing. Your housing dream becomes a reality.
You're still watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. We sincerely apologize. Usually at 9:45, we bring you the World Cup update. We'll do that shortly because Michael Kofi Udro is here. But Michael has graciously granted us just 5 minutes for my guests who understandably must land and land properly because we don't want them to crash land. Michael Quay Jr. is here. And Mike, please try and...
yes, quickly. I've used the opportunity. Oh, he's done this. No. Now, what we are doing... Oh, my brother, you've done yours. Don't worry. I mentioned the fact that Mahama Yariga gave an opinion on this matter before.
Okay.
And the reference is here. Joy News. Okay. In 2025, we are demanding that the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill be passed and not deferred to any other time. This was said by Mahama Yariga. And I agree that it's his opinion, but he's a majority leader.
So he thought that it should have been given to the president.
And at that point, well, so what my point, my brother, my point is, as was.
Okay.
Not this new version, which we are saying is watered down. You are saying it's not watered down.
Okay.
I'm saying that that version, even your majority leader thought it should be passed. But because of the negotiations that went on with all these various advocacy groups, including even the UN, they eventually came sort of begging, asking us to do this and so on.
That's not why it wasn't signed.
Well, that's why it was altered. No, that's why which speaker ruled that. If the
speaker ruled that
the
old bill,
listen,
if that bill was signed, Mike, do you know that today you and I could have been arrested?
That's not even the point. But if that's the case, then why were they telling us to sign it?
That's not.
Why are they saying that is the best from Rwanda to Rwanda? No, my brother, if you know the bill is bad and it needs to be watered down, why were you making that?
Who is saying it was bad?
But NDC, wait, no, my brother, you're not asking a fair question. No, let me make this point. I'm saying these same people, they did not pass that bill in 2024. And brought it to Kufa. And it was so we are bringing the same bill to Mahama to sign. So I am not a member of that constitutional. No, well, I don't care what member you are. What I care about is that
some of whom are
your people,
and then they brought these changes.
My brother, are you talking to me?
What he's saying is that
no, he's not what he's saying.
You won't get.
No, what I am saying. What I am saying is that what is good for Akufo-Addo to sign is good for Mahama to sign.
That is been altered by the sponsor.
No.
How is that possible?
No.
This is not possible.
Well, no,
because according to him, Reverend Tim Fordjo and his team has altered the very bill you're asking
for. No, and the same Mahama Yariga and the Reverend Fordjo and others said that.
No. You see,
they said that bill. You are not getting my point. Let me make the point. And if you keep interrupting, how will you understand? Yes. People cannot keep interrupting to change what I'm going to say. No, what I'm saying is same.
Where's
what bill? Oh, look at me again.
Where's your bill?
I have to bring bill to please. You asked me about Mahama Yariga's thing. Thank God we had some time. I'll be searching for you. And I've shown you.
Yes.
I am telling you that you approved that bill in Parliament with us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we took it to Nana Akufo-Addo to sign, right? Nana Akufo-Addo could not sign it because of Supreme Court and ending.
Right.
Okay? So now the same bill is there. Just as Rwanda changed the name, why don't you change the date?
Yeah, but Mike.
Don't give me back. Because you cannot answer that question.
No.
I am saying that anybody who's, unless you are disingenuous, if you are telling me that a bill is good, so good that Nana Akufo-Addo should sign it, then change the date and let Mahama sign the same. That is my point.
And he's telling
you whatever he's telling me is not what I'm listening to. You are not his lawyer. I am telling you what I am telling you. No, I don't hear what he's telling me. I'm telling you also what I'm telling you.
Okay.
And we are also making our point.
Okay.
My point is not based on his point.
Okay.
My point is based on my point.
Right.
And my point is that what is good for the goose then is good for the gander today.
Okay.
So if you give it to Akufo-Addo yesterday to sign, don't now be disingenuous and say that you are bringing a better bill.
Okay.
So that better bill should have then be considered as better before you brought it to Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
But you are saying that he did not sign it, and then this is what you did.
Okay.
You went ahead, campaigned, called him all sorts of names, and then you were brought in. Okay. Now, are you aware that the Speaker of Parliament himself, Abraham Gbagi, is not happy with the way the thing has gone, and is even saying that the president cannot sign it as it is? Are you aware? And what would that mean? So if it's taken to the president at this juncture, the president himself, he has two choices. Either he signs it as it is now, which is not the same thing that was Akufo-Addo and watered down, or he wants to send it to the Council of State. And the Council of State will then send it back to Parliament for it to be looked at again. And he is saying that that's the ideal situation, because when that is done, it will give more opportunity for the bill to be not just considered and discussed, but it should be tightened properly so that all those loopholes that we are claiming are there and they are saying are not there can be looked at.
Okay.
But this bill is too serious for it to just be looked at on a Friday afternoon and then it's passed. Passed where some of the members were in the canteen. Members, I mean, what I'm talking about. This is so serious that we shall have a head count.
Okay.
And you are claiming that certain people came, wrote their names. You know those kind of things that people do when they are doing master's program and so on. They come, they write their names. Yes, I'm coming. You come. You are. Oh, let me add it. I've not been there.
Don't do the.
Luckily for me, I've not been there.
You've never been.
No. So I'm free. Thank you. I'm free to say it. Thank you. So now
indicting your own minority leader.
Oh, I'm not indicting my minority.
You are. You said you should have called for
Did I call minority?
You said there should have been head count.
Did I call minority leader? the speaker is in charge. So listen to her. You are telling me that you have a quorum because the names are there, but most of the people, some came, wrote their names, they were in the canteen. Some wrote their names, went to pick their children in school. Okay. Some wrote their names, were roaming around somewhere else. And then this is how we voted for it. You see, no, my brother, it cannot work. It cannot work.
Read this.
Look. Oh, let me learn. Let me learn. Why is it that let me also make my point. You have brought all your.
You see, 30 seconds to learn. I can do that 30 seconds. Yes.
No, if he gets 30 seconds, then I get to also. So you are after. This is a response to mine.
Don't
worry. He spoke first.
Makadas don't take us off.
Yeah, I know. But he spoke first. I spoke second.
Yes.
So allow me to speak.
Please.
Yes. So I'm just saying.
Yes.
That why he is sitting here? Is he more intelligent than the speaker? What are we doing in this country? We are trying to make everything partisan. The Speaker of Parliament, the most experienced man in the Parliament, is giving a suggestion on something.
Okay.
Because there's a problem.
Okay.
Instead of us looking at it, you are coming up with your own list. Is that no, as it is, it should be, and what? We have not had enough time to discuss this.
All right.
That is the minority position.
No problem.
And
no problem.
So you see, this is what he spoke about some 10 years and 5. Obviously, he doesn't.
What is 10 years?
Read the 9.
What is 10 years?
You understand.
No, why is it? We are talking about now about the procedure.
No,
and
the procedure, I've done it.
And now I know.
The jury is out there.
No, wait.
Whether you.
What is the jury? The jury is the Ghanaian public.
The obvious.
No, there's no obvious.
Okay.
Gentlemen, don't do that.
Why is he talking about 9?
What's the issue with this 9? I don't think you're so passionate about it.
He came and
9-3. What is there?
Using this. I just wanted.
Oh no, Mike. He wants to use his 1 minute to say something. This is how he wants to use his 1 minute. I beg you.
As long as I'm also
Yes.
So this is it. Prohibition of propaganda, promotion and advocacy for activities prohibited under this act.
Yes.
For purposes of time.
Okay.
A person who contravenes subsection 1
of his mic is off? Oh, sorry. I'm told your mic is off. They'll sort it out. They'll take the camera. No, your mic is off. No, they'll sort it out. They'll sort it out.
So
apparently you're not on. Oh, you should be talking. Okay, please go ahead.
All right. Okay. So 3. A person who contravenes subsection 1 or paragraph A, B, or C of such a commits an offence and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years.
Okay.
And not more than 10 years.
Very important.
You see, what we are saying, look, whatever they claim, it's not true. They just want to put some spin on it.
All right.
There is the 5-10 years here. It's still here.
No
on
problem.
Saturday, Samson unfortunately also peddled that. It's not true. It's still captured.
Okay.
5-10 years. The procedure, I don't fault the speaker because he wasn't in the chamber.
Okay.
But whatever happened there was consistent with our laws.
Okay.
That is why he only appealed.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the decision is with us.
He said in the spirit of consensus building.
Absolutely, nothing more. He has not raised any procedural breach.
No problem.
There is nothing wrong. So he should tell us where the 5-10 years has been taken off. Which section?
All right.
I have section 9. No, you said it.
This is the current bill.
This is the current bill. No, you see, tell us where the section. No, please. You stated here that we've taken out the 5 to 10 years.
He's asking where you got.
Where did you get it? It's still here. Section 9.3 has not been touched. Tell us. No, please.
This same person came and said that the president himself, he did not know, he may have been briefed. I've also been briefed. My issue is
which section
you can see.
He's entitled to other answers.
Yes, exactly.
So you answer. So it's not true that the 5-10 years has taken.
Did I talk about that?
Yes, you said it.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, I never said that. I never know. I never referred to this.
It's okay.
I didn't refer to this.
Bring your table. He said it's not said.
So let me
He said it's not said. So let's move on. He's not said it. So let's move on.
So my question is, my issue is.
He's not said it. So that's fine.
Look, I don't understand what he's talking about. The issues are simple. We are saying that the matters have been watered down, and we know the groups who you met and went to water it down. And to the extent that even the president himself says this thing needs to be looked at again.
Mike, thank you.
Because
you've made this point already.
The importance of it, the spirit of what we are trying to do, has not been achieved.
All right.
Now even the Speaker of Parliament feels the same.
Okay.
What is wrong with us also in the minority feeling the same?
Okay.
You are so upset.
Odotobri said he agrees with them in the chamber. He said he agrees with them.
And the same way that even where Muhammad Yarida agreed with us in Parliament, you people do not agree. Okay, so why is the problem? The problem is that
the problem is that
let's look at it properly. Because that afternoon is not enough.
Let me
Just
thank you.
why you afraid?
Michael,
There's nothing.
good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. The politicians are talking. So we need to get some quick World Cup updates because I'd like to pick your thoughts on that as well. What's been happening so far as far as the
more a lot has been.
It's 3 days away, isn't it?
2 days.
Actually, 2 days away.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot has been happening the last 24 hours. Africa's best referee Omar Abdul Kader has been denied entry into the United States. FIFA has appointed the first set of match officials for the opening game of the FIFA World Cup, and FIFA has also released the full fixture list, the full schedule for the FIFA World Cup, stating the number of matches that will be played in each of the host country. And then there's bad news for Africa's brightest prospect, Morocco, as one of their top stars is nearly ruled out of the FIFA World Cup.
Wow.
The New York Times has ranked Ghana's home kit, the white web-designed jersey, as the best home kit for the FIFA World Cup 2026 among the 48 countries.
Congrats
and
to
then
us.
Thomas Tuchel says there is trouble for any team that will be playing England at the World Cup, and we are concerned because Ghana will play England in our second game at the World Cup. The president of the Football Association, Kurt Edwin Simeon Okraku, has been speaking on the chances of the Black Stars going into the World Cup, and people are already pitching his poster and the words when he last spoke about the Black Stars' chances at the World Cup in March and what he's saying now. So we'll bring the two to our viewers. But let's start our update from refereeing point where Omar Abdul Kader Atan will not officiate at the 2026 FIFA World Cup after being denied entry into the United States. The Somali referee, widely regarded as Africa's #1 match official, traveled with what Somalia's Ministry of Youth and Sports says was a valid US visa. However, FIFA has now confirmed that his immigration status will not change, effectively ending his World Cup assignment. The FIFA statement says FIFA is not involved in host country immigration processes, including visa adjudication, and has been informed by authorities that Mr. Atan's status will not be changed at present. Now, the Americans have also been explaining why he was denied entry. According to them, they are well aware of the regulations, the rules in Somalia as to the category of people who qualify for diplomatic passport, and the referee do not fall within the category of people who qualify for diplomatic passport. But he got into the United States with a diplomatic passport and could not explain well how he got the diplomatic passport and his status, for which reason they denied him entry into the United States. Still staying with officiating, FIFA has appointed match officials for the opening game of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, where Brazilian referee Wilton Sampaio will take charge of the tournament's curtain raiser between Mexico and South Africa, becoming the first referee to blow the whistle at football's biggest event in 2026. Wilton Sampaio will be the center referee, assisted by his compatriot Bruno Perez, and also assistant to Bruno Bosilia, and the fourth referee coming from the Netherlands, Juan Gabriel Bertinez. So these are the set of officials that are set to officiate in the opening fixture. And talking about the schedule and the fixture list as released by FIFA, 13 matches will be played in Canada, 13 matches will be played in Mexico, and 78 of the 104 games to take place in the United States. And from the round of 16 stage, all the matches will be played in the United States. Now to the camp of Morocco, bad news for Africa's brightest prospect, as Eze Abdi is expected to be ruled out of the World Cup after sustaining an internal knee ligament sprain in the international friendly against Norway on Sunday. A devastating blow for both the player and country on the eve of the tournament, wishing him speedy recovery. And now the New York Times has released a ranking of the 48 teams' home jerseys for the tournament. Ghana's home jersey, the white with the web design, is adjudged to be the best jersey at the tournament. And for the second place, Brazil's yellow home jersey came second, and England
the jersey of the Three Lions of England, who are group opponents for the Black Stars, came third, with Germany placed fourth and Morocco fifth. Now, the team with the worst jersey design, according to the New York Times, is Croatia, who are ranked 48th. And again, you have the 47th placed team being one of the host countries in there. And then also you have the 46th being Czech Republic. So for the teams with the worst jersey designs, you have Croatia in there, the worst three.
Is this the jersey you're talking about?
So this is the Ghana jersey. The white one is the home jersey, and that is the best jersey design.
It looks like a jersey for Spider-Man.
Yes, according to the New York Times. And they say that the design, I mean, the things they looked at included the design of the jersey, and then also the inspiration and the spirit behind the jersey, the tradition behind the jersey. So of all the 48 teams, Ghana, this white jersey on the screens, is adjudged by the New York Times as the best home jersey among the 48 teams. Now, let's wrap it up with the Football Association President, Kurt Edwin Simeon Okraku, who has been speaking on the chances of the Black Stars.
Thank you to everybody who's played a part. Different managers, different management committees, people have served, and I don't take this for granted. So Carlos at this time needs the support of everybody. He needs the prayers of everybody. And as a country, my plea is that I know we are expectant, but let's be patient. Let's give the technical team, the players, the chance to build and to be competitive. And I have a feeling that these players will give off their very best for Ghana. I don't think I am in doubt. Okay, what they need is the support of each and every Ghanaian, and I'll say it in our local palace. In Akan, Mistremo, Yenya Botre, Emma team no. Black Stars no NA team, Yempo NA team. Omu here Yempaibo, more support, whether good or bad. Omu here and me sure say play bia coach no afraid and also be free to represent Ghana on this journey. They'll give of their very best for our country, and they need your prayers, especially you that you're watching me. They need your prayers.
Now, realistically, what will be a successful World Cup for you?
I would prefer the other way. What will be a successful World Cup for Ghana?
For Ghana.
I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay, so that's Moro. You heard from the president of the Football Association.
Yeah, but his body language.
Yeah. But that,
doesn't inspire confidence.
Yes, I mean, you're right. The body language doesn't inspire confidence. And I'm sure it's because reality is dawning on him. He cannot be confident about the sort of preparations we've had. He cannot be confident because of the terrible decision we took to sack Otuah. The decision in itself may not be bad, but the timing of a decision could make it a terrible decision. And you look at the timing of the decision, it was a terrible one. And so at this point, we're not even sure what the coach and the rest of the technical team have got to offer. We have been very shambolic on the back of qualifying for the FIFA World Cup, where this team has played 6 international friendlies without winning a single game. And when 2 days to the tournament, where we are still struggling to confirm an international friendly because your coach has only had 1 game with the team, you cannot be confident. And you see, in March, Kurt Okraku spoke about the chances of the team going into the World Cup. And let's have the code card on the screens and then see what the president of the Football Association said at the time. So you could see that, I mean, there's a sharp difference in what he said at the time and and if I'm quoting him, he said that, and I quote, "We will not go into this tournament as underdogs. We fear no foe, and believe me, when this team lines up against Panama, England, and Croatia, Ghana football will speak. He spoke with a lot of confidence at the time, but we have seen a very
reality check.
Yes, reality check. So with 2 days to the start of the tournament, reality is dawning on him, and he cannot have that same level of confidence.
Mike, 30 seconds. Are you confident?
As a supporter, yes. Because support is unconditional when you support a team.
Yeah.
So we support the Black Stars unconditionally.
Yeah.
Whether they win or they lose, we support them. You know, I'm an Arsenal supporter.
Yeah.
And Arsenal supporters, we know how to support our team, whether up or down.
Okay.
Black Stars at the moment, if they win one match in the group, it'll be a good thing. If they go to the next round, we'll take it as magic. But because we are not expecting too much, maybe even better things may happen off the cuff. But Croatia,
England,
Panama,
that's a tough one.
Because Harry Kane is going to score 2 goals.
I know.
So do we have the caliber of player who can score 2 goals in a match?
Okay.
I don't see that.
All right.
But Semenyo alone is not capable of doing that. And even for City, he hardly scores 2 goals, especially no hat-trick. So let's see.
How do you intend to? What are your expectations?
You see, having followed this last task force, they perform when you least expect.
Okay.
Look, you'll be shocked. Take my word for it. And it is very typical with us that when the expectation is so high, we tend to disappoint. But when we know we are underdogs, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Trust me.
Now, the office
we'll make
surprising. Okay. The Office of the Registrar of Companies, I need to remind you again that they want to tell all companies, business owners, and the general public that the deadline for filing annual returns and renewing business names has been extended from 30th April 2026 to 30th June 2026. Please bear that in mind. And also, there are about some 318 companies that have been earmarked to be struck off the register. So please hurry up, call them on 0599525774, or you can just connect them on social media at ORC Ghana. ORC is a trusted partner for business. And also, let me say that OMC Group, the MNC Group, Global, your number 1 partner in minerals and food commodity trading, real estate development, general logistics, procurement, management consultancy. They also do investment advisory, import and export as well. They have head offices everywhere, but their headquarters in East Legon, and that's Accra, Ghana. They're in Germany, America, South Africa, everywhere. They have markets that will drive the business with tailor-made solutions that will meet your needs. So trust them to maximize your value in every deal. Call them on 0302 998 MNC Group, totally reliant. I want to say big thanks to Michael Kwe Jr. as a Ghana's former High Commissioner to India, and also former Chief Executive Officer of the of the Free Zone.
Production. Abrimpo Production. Sekutu. Yes, there will be a World Cup here. Will be a more modern. Don't Metro TV, original TV, any original FM. Because we now want to watch the BBA ACB because Black Stars. Go Black Stars. Go Ghana. Abrimpo Production. Sekutu. Thank you very much for watching.